This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome to today's edition of Edmonton Oilers live coverage here on the channel. Bear with me, I am a hurting unit this morning. I thought I'd go to bed a little bit earlier than I did last night, but instead I had other plans of just rocking out to some 80s tunes and chilling in the basement and having a good time, at least trying to enjoy my Friday night to some degree before having to drag my butt out of bed on a Saturday morning for a 10:30 game out here in Alberta this morning for our Edmonton Oilers. So, Jack, you're coming in as a diehard loyal Sens fan. You just want to say good luck. I expect a hard-fought, fast-paced game. Hopefully, it's a nice game, win or lose, and good luck this afternoon. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Like I said, what was it? At the video, Reed Schaefer's video is when I said it, is that I was hoping that the Oilers would just kind of show a better performance than they did against Philly, here against Ottawa and Montreal, and I mean that obviously starts today against Ottawa and then tomorrow against Montreal. So we'll see what comes of that, but as it currently stands right now, my friends, the Edmonton Oilers have the Ottawa Senators at 10:30. Big Willis, welcome in as we get set for today's game. It's going to be a big test for the Oilers, just in the fact of you've kind of lost to a bottom feeder team, a team that was 7th in their division in the Philadelphia Flyers, and now you've got another 7th in their division team in the Ottawa Senators, and you're looking with Jack Campbell starting to try and continue his hot roll against everybody he's faced in the past, 7-8 games, I think. Jack Campbell's been absolutely unreal. And that too, you get to it, Anton Forsberg, the former Oiler in net for the Ottawa Senators this afternoon, this morning, depending where you're tuning in from. Don't say tonight, and now I will. But he's 11-10-2 on the season with a .313 goals against average. The Oilers, they've been pumping up the goals per game as of late, 3.71 goals per game and a 3.15 goals against per game. So the Oilers continue to chop down that goals against per game. I feel like it was only a few live streams ago they were sitting at like 3.35, and now they've nailed it down by 0.2 of a goal against per game. That's not a bad situation if you're an Edmonton Oilers fan going into this morning. And what in the heck is this? Oh my goodness. That's out of control. Anyway, Jack, you're going to the game on Monday against the Flames. Sorry, friends, as we just get through this pre-game, we're gonna get things rocking. Just talking to the chat a little bit here. If you got anything to say this morning, pop into the chat. Let me know. If not, we'll carry on with the pre-game just as like time allows. Pretty much, I'm gonna need the time to warm up the voice, as you can hear. Big Willis, you're about to watch the Flames game, but you'll stay in the live stream and hang out. I appreciate that, friends, and that's something I can say. If there's at any point in the morning you need to head on out, if you can leave the stream on, that goes a long ways to everything being as successful as we've been as of late. So I'd love to have you aboard. Even if you're not aboard, even if the phone's just down and you're in another room cooking bacon and eggs this morning, hey, appreciate you leaving me on, that's for sure. As we get going here, you're also mentioning, Big Willis, that you need the Oilers to, or the Flames to win because the Kraken are floundering. Yes, the Kraken are having themselves a little bit of a struggle here, friends. If you don't know what's been going on in the Pacific Division, the Oilers are now in 2nd place, which seems crazy, but it's true. And had we won against the Philadelphia Flyers, we could have taken sole possession of 1st today, but that's neither here nor there, I guess, after losing in a shootout. But it is what it is. And right now you see here the Oilers with 52 games played, 29 wins, 18 losses, 5 OT or shootout losses. The Kraken have 4 regulation losses in their last 5 and a win against the Columbus Blue Jackets, so they have only captured 2 out of a possible last 10 points. Meanwhile, the Oilers have captured 8 out of a possible last 10, and the Vegas Golden Knights have captured 6 of a possible last 10. The Flames, though, they're sitting here with 5 out of a possible last 10 points, sitting with 58 points, and currently sitting outside of the playoff picture. And the LA Kings bumped down to that wild card spot for the first time in a long time. They have 7 of a possible last 10 points, but the Oilers, rolling up the way they have gotten the job done, which has been huge for this team. So that's where we're sitting going into tonight's hockey game. The Oilers or this afternoon's hockey game, the Oilers and Flames both need big results today just to try and keep pace with what's going on. The Oilers obviously trying to keep moving into first place in the Pacific Division, and then the Flames need to try and get back into the playoffs so as we can, as Big Will has said, hopefully face them once again in the playoffs at some point this year. Give me a sec. There we go. That's good to go. All right, we're flying now. Sneeze is out of the way. A little bit of cat allergies there, and we should be good to go for this morning's hockey game, hopefully. Anyway, as we get rocking and rolling into it. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to be added to this morning's hockey game other than we just have to kind of get that one started and get going. The Oilers obviously on that crazy 10-game point streak, which is absolutely phenomenal if you're an Oilers fan, because that means we've won a lot of hockey games, gotten a lot of points, and as you saw when we breaking down the standings, we've moved up the standings quite substantially here rather quick. So Cam Talbot, Josh Norris, and Artem Zub looking all to be able to line up today for the Ottawa Senators unless I'm missing something. So that's 3 key players for the Senators, and that's not a bad thing at all, as we need to see what comes out of today's game based on the Oilers just taking advantage of a weaker opponent and, of course, getting those points that we need. 2 points is kind of the only acceptable situation here today for the Oilers, I'd say, because at the end of the day is you just got to take care of business here. You know what? You flubbed it against Philadelphia by giving up a point, but if you can take care of business against Ottawa and Montreal, we're all good, we're all great, and the Oilers continue to roll in the month of February under a guy like Jay Woodcroft, which is fantastic because Jay Woodcroft's been kind of an answer late in the season last year and an answer so far this season for the Oilers. Yes, did I question him at one point? Absolutely. But hey, if you're not questioning success and failure in real time, you're probably not trying to improve or grow. So that's the big thing here for the Oilers is Jay Woodcroft, even when questioned, continues to impress, and he's done well to keep us rocking and rolling throughout this season and into this 10-game point streak. Again, sorry friends, it's going to be a rough live stream if you're just tuning in. It's been a rough morning so far. Didn't get to bed till about 2 o'clock last night, and now I got to try and fire up and get a 3-hour live stream on a Sunday or Saturday morning done and dusted with. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Just give me a sec here. Chatting with Patrick this morning, so see what he has to say. Alright, there we go. Okay, what do we got going on here? Do we have anything happening? Sorry. There we go, let's see that, and we should be good to go. Sorry friends, just a little discombobulated to start this morning like I said, but hey, we'll battle through and get the job done. Once we get to the play-by-play, that's the easy part, and we can talk all about that. It's just right now the Oilers need to get on my television screen. I thought I should start the live stream at 10:15, try and get the stream fired up, but I guess, you know what, probably could have waited until about 10:25 to fire up the stream where it is right now. There's really not much coverage on Twitter, right? Jack Campbell starts for the Oilers. There's really not much else to talk about as it currently stands, because you look at it right now, yeah, there's just not much at all. The Vancouver Canucks are already down 2-0 to the Detroit Red Wings, and they have a 3-minute and 43-second penalty against them here about 6 minutes ago according to Twitter. So That's an interesting get. And then I guess it's also, I guess, it's the 19-year anniversary of the Oilers Thrashers Lime Brawl from back in the day. If you remember that one, that's a year before I started watching, but it's all good. Yeah, no, it's where we're sitting, and of course, if you haven't seen me grabbing the BioSteel this morning, chugging one back, I highly recommend. It's hard to find good BioSteel flavors for, obviously, breakfast, but this is the best one possible. The peach, it tastes just like morning juice, and it is fantastic to just try and get something nice and light in you in the morning and try and get going with something here early on a Saturday morning. Whew, could have used some more sleep, but hey, we'll battle through and get it done. I promise you that much. And thank you to everybody that's tuned into the pregame show this long and spent this much time with me. We've been live for about 11 minutes now, and the average watch time is already 2:38. That's pretty incredible. So thank you so much for that. Brody, you're cheering for the Sens as well. So we've got Jack and Brody both cheering for the Sens. Big Willis in the chat as well. So the Dolynny TV regulars, in terms of the Oilers fans, yet to show up here this morning because we still don't have anyone cheering for the Oilers in the chat as of yet. But hey, we'll find our Oilers fans this morning. You know what? 10:30 rolls around. We'll get everybody in the chat and we'll be rocking and rolling this morning. Plus 10:30 in Alberta. You guys out east in Sens territory. It's already 12:30. You've already been up probably at least an hour in the morning, and you're just trying to battle through and settle down into a little nice afternoon hockey game. Whereas, it's going to be a struggle. I'm telling you that much right away. But we'll see what comes of it. That's for sure. And there is not much else on. Not much else here on Twitter other than former Raptor Terrence Ross is on the free agent market, so he's available to sign anywhere. Mackenzie coming in, obviously right there with the Go Oil, and Stoney welcome in as well with the big Let's Go Oilers. All right, now we're good to go. We're just about ready to rock now. There we have it. That's all that matters now. We got to just try and get this Oilers thing going. It's 10:28, and we are just about ready for this hockey game to get up and underway. They're going to play a couple more rounds of commercials, and then we should be ready to rock and roll. 10:30 start versus the Ottawa Senators. My apologies to everybody who's trying to watch tonight's game, this morning's game, whatever you want to say. It unfortunately is regional restrictions apply, despite it being on a Saturday, which really sucks that they would do that. You'd think they'd have that figured out by now, but they don't. So we'll see how things come together here on Dolynny TV this morning. I expect a rather larger crowd for a Saturday game, just simply because, right, regional restrictions are in effect, and that means a lot of folks won't be able to tune in on their television set and check out the game for free, or because they're out of viewing regions. So I should go grab some water because I'm telling you I'm fading really quick, so I'll be right back and we'll get to this thing in just a matter of moments. Alright, here we go. We're good to go, friends. Water has been grabbed, obviously, in the great fancy train Yeti. Because why not support what keeps me being able to do this on a regular basis? And here we go. Oilers broadcast. The game is flipped. My friends, we are ready for Edmonton Oilers hockey here on Sportsnet this afternoon, this morning, wherever you're tuning in from. We are ready to rock and roll. The Oilers get set for a matchup in Ottawa, and it looks like the Rideau Canal is open. Or what? Ottawa River, okay. That's where we're sitting. Sweet. Okay. And the Oilers just about ready to get going. Gene Principe in the Zamboni entrance this morning as he gets going in behind the net there. Rocking and rolling. Gene Principe on a Saturday morning assignment. Don't mind me. And I don't know what he's doing here. His lips seem a little colored. And Jay Woodcroft, of course, if you missed it, has now been with the Edmonton Oilers a year and 1 day. Hired February 10th, first game versus the New York Islanders. 55-27-8 record on the tenure. Fourth best record in the NHL since that point. Goals for 3.76. So you take that into consideration that the Oilers are operating at a what kind of situation? 3.71. So the goals for per game have been much better under Jay Woodcroft, including last year, than even this year. And we've been scoring a lot of goals to go this year. So that's huge. Mr. Evander Kane goals in 3 straight games. Yeah, sure, he had an empty netter the other night, but beat Carter Hart on a great pass by Connor McDavid, just dropping it right into his wheelhouse. And that's where we're sitting as things get going. It looks like they've adjusted the camera colors because now Gene Principe's lips aren't bright orange. So that's good to see. And obviously Sportsnet goofing up early on in the morning, but hey, is what it is. And the Oilers NHL top power play will go to work here tonight. It's Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusk on the call. Normally I'd be in a suit on a Saturday, but it's way too early in the morning to be in a suit, so we're just going to pretend like that's not a problem, and we're going to get rocking and rolling with just a hockey game here as Jack Michaels and Louis DeBrusk get set. And it looks like Louis is trying to grow the goatee here, the old situation on the upper lip and the old bottom chin there. That's an interesting look for Louis DeBrusk, who I think we've usually seen over the course of his career here with the Oilers broadcast team pretty clean shaven, and I mean it doesn't seem to be changing much right now, but it could be changing something here in a bit. And I might have to go back to the goatee at some point here, that's for sure. And Brody, the Ottawa Senators power play is a close second. Well, hopefully we get to see it on display and see it shut down tonight. I'm going to tell you that much. Hopefully the Oilers have another good night on the penalty kill and we're able to do our thing, because that would be much needed for sure if we could just continue to shut down the Ottawa Senators as best as we possibly can. And it's flashing on your screen. I'll give you another. Thank you so much, Shadow. Everybody that's just tuning in, friends, if you haven't already had a chance to leave a like on the stream, I'd appreciate that. The one thing that the likes on the stream does do allows more people to find the stream because it's more highly rated according to YouTube's algorithm. So if you'd be so kind, if you haven't already, to drop a like on the stream. And let's kick this off because we're already up to 2 minutes and 54 seconds average view duration on the stream, which means, my friends, we are absolutely crushing along this morning. 2.9 times, hold on if it would let me get this going, 2.9 times 83, friends, that's 240. We're already up to 4.0 hours on the stream watched, and the game hasn't even started yet. So we got pretty much about 2.5 hours to make up the other 46 hours, and I'm sure we'll have that no problemo. We're just on commercial break here, so I'm going to send you an ad. Let me know if you get it. And other than that, we are just about ready to start this hockey game. It's the final Final, whatchamacallit, final commercial break before this hockey game gets up and running for the afternoon. Obviously, too, you see here the Oilers getting things started out on the 10:30 game, which means Dolynny TV has switched into game mode, meaning things on everything else has kind of died out, and here we are now solidly just getting views on the stream and starting to pump together a good little morning to start, that is for sure. So we survived the pregame. That's the biggest test, right? Is I knew I was going to be struggling on the pregame, but we got her done, and now it's just the easy part, the play-by-play the rest of the way home. Margaret Chippendale can win $1 million should any Edmonton Oilers player win, or not win the game for the team, obviously, but score 5 goals. And we'll see what comes out of tonight's game before we get too far about worrying about a guy scoring 5 goals. I'd like to see Connor score 5 goals on a Saturday morning. That wouldn't be too bad. And you know, the Oilers and Senators over the past few years have had some memorable games. Obviously, Stuart Skinner's debut game, the 8-5 game there that everybody was sent into a tizzy about. Is Stuart Skinner going to be the goalie of the future or what? And it looks like it's might be the next gen game here for the Ottawa Senators. It's on one anthem game today. That is the beauty of an all-Canadian matchup, a one anthem game, and the Oilers get set to face the Ottawa Senators as soon as O Canada is done at the Canadian Tire Centre in wherever the heck the Ottawa Senators have their rink. I always forget the name of the town, but that's where we're sitting right now. They're unfolding the Canadian flag, and it looks like a lot of Senators fans yet to get to their seats. Lots of Oilers fans in the stands in Ottawa tonight, and it's the same thing here in Alberta too. Is I mean, the Eastern Canadian teams show up pretty good. I actually have a pretty good buddy that's an Ottawa Senators fan, and he's always trying to tune the game to that. When it's Oilers and whoever on a Saturday, and the Sens are playing at the 5 o'clock game as well. Canada, Ontario. Thank you, Brody. That's what I was thinking there. I knew I wasn't going to come up with it, but we have it now. Anton Forsberg in net for the Ottawa Senators at the Canadian Tire Centre this afternoon in Canada, Ontario. And the Oilers will take in a 10-game point streak, looking to improve it to 11 and see what they can do about making something out of nothing this afternoon against a bottom-feeding team in the Atlantic Division, 7th out of 8 teams in the Atlantic. Forsberg draws in here for the Ottawa Senators, former Edmonton Oiler, by the way. Jack Campbell gets the start for the Oilers this afternoon. He will, obviously, start with a 16-8-1 record, a 3.28 goals against average, and an .889 save percentage, so he can improve that goals against and that save percentage quite substantially with a 1 or 2 goal game here this afternoon. 11-10-2 record for Anton Forsberg, who's rocking a 3.13 goals against average and a .905 save percentage. The puck is down. The Senators have won the opening faceoff. They'll gather in the neutral zone, flip it off of Cody Ceci, who just bats it back into the offensive zone. Connor McDavid looks like he's got his skates working, throws a big hit on the forecheck. Darnell Nurse comes up with the puck. Yes, Puljujarvi out there for the Edmonton Oilers. Misses a one-timer, but a good look to start the game for Yes Puljujarvi, who's back on the ice for the Oilers after sitting out a couple of the last few games, obviously with all the trade speculation. And this one's going to go back the other way, fired into the Oilers' end. Jack Campbell will leave it there for Evander Kane, who's going to go off for a line change. Kulak spells off Nurse, and Cody Ceci will now head off for a change as Nugent Hopkins' line hops over the boards, and Klim Kostin fires it off the pads of a Senators player in the neutral zone. Janmark couldn't get it down deep. He tries again to keep it in, can't do it. The Senators back the other way, 2-on-2, being pushed to the outside by Kulak. Now down low to the net. Nice block with the stick of Kulak there to the near side boards, and the Oilers escape their defensive zone, getting it all the way into Ottawa's end. And Thomas Chabot will pick it up there and leave it for his D partner. I think that's Zub. I'm not sure. Is that Zub? Yep, that's Artem Zub, who will play it ahead and get it over the center line to Shane Pinto, who just chips and chases in behind the Oilers' net. Both teams getting their legs moving early on a Saturday morning. You don't mind seeing this at all. Here's Leon Draisaitl playing it to the middle. Couldn't get the pass down. He'll be able to keep it in, though. Zach Hyman and, of course, Connor McDavid with him. Sorry, I think Warren Fogel's probably scratched. I didn't look at the lines. I might have missed that, trying to keep up with the action here early. And the Oilers will again keep this one across the Ottawa Senators blue line. And both teams battling here to make things happen as the Oilers will dump this one back to Philip Broberg. Broberg across to Bouchard, tipped by McDavid on to Hyman. Hyman across the Sens blue line. He's going to work along the boards, tip it down deep, and it'll be worked back to the point. And now Kulak will fire a shot towards the net, the first one of the night for either team, and then a second opportunity for Hyman as he gets it in front of the net. Draisaitl fires one wide. McDavid chops one, and off the side of Forsberg, he scored, and it's 1-0 for the Edmonton Oilers, as that is a weird shot from Draisaitl that misses wide, but McDavid a perfect chop of the puck and scores the first one of the night right there on shot number 2 of the game. And look at this, the top line goes to work. McDavid plays it in front. Great puck recovery by Zach Hyman. I think Draisaitl was looking for the tip from McDavid down low, and instead he's able to bank it off the skate of Forsberg to put the Oilers up 1-0, and Connor is jacked about that. And there's Vinny Desharnais coming into the picture as well, who is in the lineup this afternoon. And you like to see it. The Oilers get out there and get a 1-0 lead early on, as this one will go down for an icing call against the Ottawa Senators, and the Oilers will immediately get up to the offensive zone yet again. Look at that, great puck work, and then just missing the stick of McDavid, who banks it off the boards, off of the skate of Forsberg, who is well out of position, and just a perfectly placed shot on the skate by McDavid to score that goal. And it ends up being the 1-0 marker just 2.5 minutes into the hockey game, so you know the Oilers are already off to the offensive races early on. Jack Campbell makes his first save off the wing shot by Brady Tkachuk from the far side, and we all of a sudden are off and fully running with this afternoon's hockey game. And obviously too, if you're tuning in from all the way across the international date line in, say, New Zealand or Australia or even Fiji, you would know that it's tomorrow. That's my favorite thing. I know I have a friend who's in New Zealand, so that's why I keep bringing that up. But this one played to the middle by the Sens, breaking into the Oilers' defensive coverage, but a good recovery there twice over. Draisaitl gets his 48th assist on the McDavid marker, and of course for Zach Hyman, it's another point in his 35th of the season as Evander Kane comes chasing the puck out there. Darnell Nurse separates man from puck and is able to dump it down along the boards, but not able to keep it in. This one's going to be spelled up the wing and fired across the boards, and now for the Senators, they'll carry into the Oilers zone. Walking around looking for an option, just about picked there, and that could have been dangerous. 2-on-1 back the other way for the Oilers had they been able to get it going. Here's Evander Kane stepping across the center line. He's got all kinds of skating room. Big time block shot there by the Senators defenseman. That was a beauty, laying out to get that job done. This one's going to be spelled down and allow Nugent Hopkins to take over. Nuge out there with Evander Kane. Nuge is going to just niftily spin off the check of Artan Zub. Tyson Barrie didn't expect that puck to come to him. Yes, Puljujärvi tied up and eliminated. The shot passed to the middle. And this one now Evander Kane's going to play it off to Nugent Hopkins. Back to the blue line. Barrie keeps it in again. Puljujärvi out there. Man, would I love to see him bite a goal on this shift. That is for sure. Kane continuing to cycle in the Oilers offensive zone to the far side wing. Nugent Hopkins picks up a puck. He'll turn back, reverse it down. Puljujärvi's going to have to come up and chip a puck. He can't get it done, nor can Nuge on the second effort. And the Oilers' tired second line isn't able to do the job. So it'll be cleared down for an icing call against the Ottawa Senators as the Oilers get new fresh legs over the boards. Zach Hyman is going to come on to the ice. Evan Bouchard, Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl giving out instructions to who needs to go where here on this shift as the Oilers look to capitalize on a very tired Ottawa Senators side who had just cleared the zone enough for icing. And here comes in Matthias Janmark with Hyman and Draisaitl. Janmark loses the face-off, but Hyman wins it ahead, I guess you could say. It's back to the point. Bouchard fires the shot, tipped in front by Janmark. A nice save by Forsberg. Senators recover in their own end. They're looking to break out. They're going to chip it all the way down. Right on. Perfect draw. Wait, no, it's another. Oh, no icing call. They're going to say that I guess somebody touched it along the way or something. And this one's going to go back into the Senators zone almost immediately. Nice play by the Oilers. Hyman the shot. And Forsberg the save, and the Oilers will get another offensive zone face-off. And this is one heck of a start out of the Edmonton Oilers right here. Just continually pushing through, winning puck battles. And Zach Hyman opens up a shooting lane and tries to beat Anton Forsberg under the glove. And it looks like he's drawn a penalty as well. So with 4 shots on the game, several back-to-back icing calls, a goal on the second shot of the game, the Oilers will, with less than 5 minutes gone, get their first power play of the night. Thomas Chabot, a holding call. So Zach Hyman even got that shot off despite being held. I didn't want to say it looked like a hold. I didn't want to start complaining about the referees yet. But the Senators now a full length of the ice, clear all the way down to Jack Campbell, leaving it there for Tyson Barrie, who will try and take things into his own hands before leaving off for Connor McDavid, who skates across the blue line. He's in. He's feeling it. The shot on Forsberg beats everybody but the goaltender, and it's cleared back down where Jack Campbell will once again leave it for Tyson Barrie, and they'll set up the rush for a second time. Barrie back to McDavid. Here comes the speed through the neutral zone. He's going to chip off to Nugent Hopkins, but an astute stick there by the Senators defense denies the Oilers the zone entry, and then again Tyson Barrie has to collect in his own end. He'll play it ahead over to Connor McDavid, who's going to shoot this one in this time around. The board's going to come to Leon Draisaitl on the near side. Zach Hyman able to get it going, and now McDavid plays it across to Draisaitl. The shot saved by Forsberg. Puck bounces, and that will pretty much spell it all for the Oilers power play unit. Top unit does good, gets a few shots on net, but can't seem to solve anything substantially. Now Darnell Nurse and the kids take over, as this one's going to be played ahead by Bouchard. He's got a couple guys offside. Nice keep there by, I believe, Ryan McLeod to prevent the offside from happening. And this one's going to be played right ahead. Nice tip there by Nurse to keep the power play going in the right direction, as opposed to a shot against on the penalty kill for the Senators, as Darnell Nurse plays it ahead. He'll headman the pass through the neutral to Ryan McLeod. Dylan Holloway with 20 seconds to go, looking to get a second unit power play shot. Bouchard across to Nurse, who will look to pound it on net. He doesn't. Across to Bouchard. Bouchard's going to fire the shot, blocked in front, and Ryan McLeod will try and get something before it's flipped all the way down to Jack Campbell yet again. 13-12 to go here in the first period. The Oilers and Senators engaged in a 1-0 battle. Brett Kulak's going to fire this one across the zone all the way down to, I believe, Matthias Janmark, who battles off a check. Derek Ryan plays it back, and that's the first time I've seen him tonight. The shot comes in, it's tipped in front and goes out of play. And that's where we see right now for the Oilers a 1-0 lead on the McDavid bank shot off of Forsberg's skate, and a beauty of a goal to start us off, as the Oilers look to take this into the intermission with a good start. But right now it's just 1-0 with half the game gone. Half the first period gone, sorry. Alright, friends. DJ Blue, welcome in. Terry, welcome in. And FND, welcome in. And of course, Jordan, long time no see, my friend, but welcome in as well to today's matchup against the Ottawa Senators. As the Oilers have that 1-0 lead, things are coming along, but we'd like to see it kind of get a little better from here. A 2-0, 3-0 lead, 4-1 by the end of the first period. Don't mind me if the Oilers could achieve that, let me tell you. But as we're sitting here, friends, just let me throw up a calculation for you. 196 times 3.3, and we are sitting currently at 10.7 hours watched on the stream. So already within that first little bit, we've got that nice little bump in the action for sure, up to 10 hours on the stream. And if you want to say you got 6 halves of a period, and we've already added 6.5 hours, well, 6.5 times, ooh, that's not looking too bad. Looks like we should be on pace to do it with the intermissions involved as well. We're coming along nicely here this afternoon, friends, as it's going to be a big day on Dolynny TV. As obviously it's Saturday morning game, which means they're as we have to try and talk about whatever other topics of the day there are. That's, I guess, the question here. And we'll see what comes of it this afternoon. Is Zach Hyman keeping that point streak alive? That is for sure. He's been doing pretty well so far on this entire streak as he continues to get it going. And obviously, goals waved off, waved on, waved whatever. And he continues to just paddle for pucks and be an absolute all-round beauty in front of the net for the Oilers. And it's the kind of complimentary right-hand shot you needed with Connor McDavid. He's making up for what is a weaker position for the Oilers with the failure of Puljujarvi this year, and of course the injuries to Yamamoto. It's not exactly a strength on the right side for the Oilers this year outside of Zach Hyman. Anyway, this one's going to come down, and that was actually, Zach Hyman's 300th career NHL point. So there you go. That's a big number for Zach Hyman, a milestone right there. 12:58 to go in this third period. Like I was saying, we were just about halfway done this hockey game's first period, but actually no, we still got another 2.5 minutes to go. And you know what the Oilers have done in 2.5 minutes at this point of the hockey game, so we'll see if they do it again. Here in the back half of this first half of the period, the shot, Jack Campbell sees the one-timer go over top of the net for the Senators. The shot comes to the middle. Another chance here. It's battling around. They can't get it going, and here comes Connor McDavid ahead with Leon Draisaitl on the wing. He's going to chip off to Zach Hyman, who's going to spin across to Leon Draisaitl. The shot denied by Forsberg. That was a good-looking chance there for the Oilers. Nifty little pass and play on the spinorama by Zach Hyman to feed that one through. Brett Kulak in behind his own net. He's going to play this one off, and it'll go ahead all the way down to Anton Forsberg, but it is an icing call as Ryan McLeod tried to speed his way in there, but it was going to be getting going. And Epiphany, yeah, you're telling me, is the 10:30 start. She's a rough one normally for the Oilers, but up 1-0 here early on, and as long as we don't car crash the rest of the way home, we should be ready to rock and roll. And the Oilers getting the job done so far here in this first period, committing to only allowing one shot from the Senators through 8.5 minutes of this hockey game. Evander Kane coming in heavy into the zone. He knocks the man down. He's got another heavy presence in Jesse Puljujarvi battling for that puck, keeping it alive. But the Oilers' defense not holding the line as Brett Kulak will retreat and play it ahead. Instead, turn it over to the Ottawa Senators. The shot comes in, and a point-blank save there for our good man, Mr. Jack Campbell. 11:05 to go here in this first period. The Oilers keeping the puck alive for the time being as they were able to spell off that chance from the Senators, who have it in their own zone now. And they'll work ahead through the neutral. The Oilers got the line change good, more or less complete. I think Nuge is out there. And we should be good to get this third line a good look here. Second line, whatever it is, with the 11-7 formation. As the Oilers will work this one ahead. Nugent Hopkins will play it off to Klim Kostin, who's gone cold as of late, but still been an effective player in limited ice time. This one's going to be played ahead. Shot fired into the middle of the ice. Can't get it going there. And Janmark's going to battle that puck off the boards. Klim Kostin comes away with it. He's going to try and play it to the open wing. Couldn't get it done. And now Philip Broberg will gun up this puck. Try and play it through the middle. Tipped in by Matthias Janmark. Janmark disrupts and is able to separate a man from the puck there quickly. And here's Nugent Hopkins playing it off to Kulak. The shot right on Forsberg, denied right there. A good shot from Kulak to just try and get a goalie going the wrong way. Kulak's going to play it off the boards, bounce it ahead to Nugent Hopkins, who goes across to Holloway. The shot saved by Forsberg. And now the Oilers trying their best to get the job done here and see if they can't try and find a second goal here in this first period after starting off hot. This one comes around to Jack Campbell in behind the Oilers net. Kulak will play it ahead. He'll get it to Holloway, who's going to lean it across the zone. He can't seem to find it there. And this one's going to be onto the stick of the Senators, and it's played ahead, 2-on-1 back the other way. The Senators, the shot. Jack Campbell, the denial. The Senators again chip it down low, trying to get to Brady Tkachuk. Nice play by Darnell Nurse to force it ahead, and Dylan Holloway is going to play it through the middle and force the Senators to dump it in. Jack Campbell, off a bad bounce, able to fight it off and make more of a old school hockey save at the side of the net. Senators come up with the puck here. They're going to work around the zone, wheel in, look for a chance to fire it on. They don't have it, so it'll be a one-time opportunity passed off, and the shot again, Jack Campbell, the denial. The Oilers continue to get flooded in their own zone here by the Senators for the time being. Here's Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, and McDavid, as Draisaitl's denied on the one-timer that you would see so often on the 3-on-3. The chance denied in front there again by Leon Draisaitl by Anton Forsberg, and this turned into a little bit of a clinic from Connor McDavid today, as he's had quite a few good passes and looks. And friends, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it through the morning without some coffee, to be quite honest with you. I might have to go upstairs and cook breakfast during the intermission. I'm not sure what to tell you. 8:06 to go here in this first period, and the Oilers are going to get this going. Back the other way, Philip Broberg's going to fire this one off the boards. The shot off the post there as Campbell was leaning middle of the net and beat out to the near side, as the Senators all of a sudden have started figuring things out here later in this half of this first period. And I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to go the full game this morning. I am just starving out here. Should have ate breakfast before the game, had all the time in the world to cook, but usually if I eat breakfast before 11 o'clock, it makes matters worse. This one tipped on down to Evan Bouchard. He's going to play this puck right into the middle of the ice. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins plays it across to Tyson Barrie, who's got a head of steam. He's going to play it off to Matthias Janmark. The shot, the glove save for Anton Forsberg with 7:18 to go here in this first period. And we'll have a commercial break. And friends, that'll mean instead of throwing you an ad, I'll throw you this. If you're new to the channel and haven't had a chance yet, you've gotten a pretty good sample size of what Dolynny TV is all about. Granted, give a little bit of room for it being Saturday morning at 11 a.m. in Alberta, but I appreciate everybody being along for the ride. And if you want to stay tuned for more live streams, more videos in the future, I'd love to have you along, that is for sure. And you can do that by hitting that subscribe button here on the channel. And as we're sitting right now, we're coasting along into this back half of this first period, and things are looking pretty good on the stream so far. Just to give you an idea of the watch time, we've had a pretty solid watch time to start today's live stream. Let me tell you, we don't usually have 3:28 here in the first period, but that's where we're sitting. And as it currently sits, 4.5 times 279, we are sitting just over 16.1 hours watched on the stream. So thank you so much for that. Terry, you've got a pork roast in the oven, making a salad for lunch later. That sounds pretty solid. And yes, obviously, I do have the BioSteel going, Stoney, that's for sure. And this is something different that we don't usually get on the Dolynny TV live streams. Tim, good morning. Welcome, sir. Glad to see you in the chat this morning. But yeah, this is something we don't usually get in the live streams, is the fact that we get to talk about breakfast. Normally it's chicken wings for dinner or whatever I'm talking about in the evening, but that's where we sit and find ourselves here this morning. The Oilers, the Senators battling it out. The clock has yet to flip to 11 o'clock. It's actually 10:59. The major part of the game for Napa Auto Parts. And it's, what's it going to be? It's going to be the Oilers offensive matchup. NHL ranks, power play goals are almost dang similar. The percentage of goals on the power play for the Senators is actually higher. That's pretty crazy. Fresh Punk's hoping the Senators win, but I think everybody's in tough tonight, trying to pick a winner after this first period. The Oilers have looked solid, and I think they'll continue to look solid all game. But the Senators, if they continue to push like they did in that last 3-4 minute sequence, the game could be pretty interesting. Chris, welcome in as well. I seem to have missed your message there. Sorry. As we get going back, another chance for Evander Kane. He's denied. Rebound goes sifting towards the net, but can't get on net from Evander Kane, who, just about keeps it in there. The jackpot for the Ben Stelter Fund for the 50-50 the Oilers are doing is just over $1 million this morning. And Sheena, good afternoon. Let's go Oilers. I'm liking it. And the Oilers again continuing to keep the Senators away from too many rebounds in their own zone. 6:45 to go today in this first period. There's a penalty coming up to the Ottawa Senators, so the Oilers yet again will get another power play opportunity. Evander Kane still on the ice. Connor McDavid's going to get a chance to load up here and get dancing, and dance he will as he comes to the boards, spin around, and the Senators finally touch the puck. And here's Evander Kane throwing a cross check on Artem Zub for a little bit of a cheeky hit on Connor McDavid after touching the puck. And 6:25 to go. DJ Smith talking to his penalty killers about what they need to do here in this second penalty killing shift. And it looks like the stick got tangled between two Oilers, and Ridley Greig ends up taking a high stick and penalty. So the Oilers, who are out shooting the Senators 12-2, will get the opportunity with 6:25 to go to the power play. 0 for 1 with 2 shots on the power play so far this game. So again, the Oilers looking to capitalize here and do something with it. And how about this? Connor McDavid picks the puck up off the face-off. Tyson Barrie waltzes it over to Connor McDavid at the blue line now. Barrie high point, goes off to Nuge near side point. He'll fire the shot. Rebound goes right in front, and unfortunately Zach Hyman was not in front to capitalize on that. And now all of a sudden this one's going to go across the side of the neutral zone all the way down to Connor McDavid, who plays it off to Leon Draisaitl. The Oilers will carry through the neutral zone, spelled off there to Zach Hyman. This one will be Connor McDavid carrying across the blue line. He'll keep it onside just barely. $1:18 to go here in this power play as the Oilers look to get things going. Connor McDavid will play it ahead. Back to the blue line. Tyson Barrie plays it down low back to McDavid. Man, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins over to Leon Draisaitl, but Draisaitl wasn't in position, and that's going to spell the end of Tyson Barrie. A sleepy power play here so far for the Oilers as Evan Bouchard waltzes onto the ice here, and he will get it up to Evander Kane, who's got Dylan Holloway, and it looks like Connor McDavid on the ice at current. And Evander Kane trying to get things going with 44 seconds to go. McDavid across the blue line. He's going to step in and go back to the high point. Leon Draisaitl still on the ice, so they've got a couple of spares on the ice and played in front. Dylan Holloway off the side of the net. That would have been a good chance there. And Evan Bouchard's going to play it down to Connor McDavid, across to Draisaitl, a one-timer, and save by Forsberg. Good save right there to keep that one out. This one will be fired down the length of the ice, and with 14 seconds to go, the Oilers do wholesale line changes, and it looks like we've got a penalty coming up to the Oilers. And Leon Draisaitl will go off the ice for a slashing call on Joseph here. And that one's going to be off the post, actually, for Draisaitl, ringing it right there off the bar. And yeah, just off the outside of the bar there, that close for Leon Draisaitl. And, yeah. Leon Draisaitl takes a bad slashing call against the Ottawa Senators. And now, 4:35 to go in this 4-on-4 situation. The Oilers find themselves with 6 seconds of 4-on-4. Darnell Nurse will swing it. Sorry, I'm losing touch here, boys. Swing it around. And the Oilers again shot another one off the post right there. The Oilers to the penalty kill here. $1:40 to go in the power play. 4:11 left in the first period. 15-3 the shots for the Oilers here, and they will fire it down low. It'll be tipped out by Matthias Janmark, who gets it over to Anton Forsberg. And it'll go here. Last 4 games, 5 for 14 on the penalty or power play for the Senators, so they've been pretty lethal. And there's an opportunity for Vinny Desharnais to play it across to Derek Ryan. This one now Batherson playing it off the collective pickup. The Senators, the one-time shot. The denial by Campbell. He's scrambling around. He's laying on the ice. He's swimming. Puck comes out in front, and a nice play by the man who has a lot of people swimming around him, the Seaweed Man. The Oilers penalty kill 16 for 17 the last 6 games. It has been an absolute strength here over this stretch for the Oilers, and that was a big time save by Vinny Desharnais. The Oilers penalty kill still coming up with some pucks here, trying to prevent the Senators from doing anything, as that's played ahead by Ryan McLeod out of the zone, and now the Senators get a one-on-one back the other way. Chance for Shane Pinto. Toe save for Jack Campbell, and a good pickup by Ryan McLeod. That was a heck of a stop by Jack Campbell, laying down, making the save, and that was a huge time get for the Oilers to keep it 1-0 here in this first period. And it looks like the puck went out of play. DJ Blue, to answer your question, my friend, yes, I heard about the Tarasenko trade. I don't know what it means for the Oilers or anyone else in the NHL. Tarasenko was kind of one of those commodities that the Blues were trying their best to get rid of for years, and finally were able to manage to get rid of him. So that is a... Oh, sorry. Jack Campbell, it's off the post. I thought that was a toe save the way it kicked out. It actually went off the outside of the post. Shades of that game the other night there, as the Oilers were lucky to have it go off the post, wide open net. And now a chance again here for the Oilers to get it going. Nice tip play in front, and here's Connor McDavid going back the other way with Zach Hyman. McDavid cutting through the middle. He's cut off on the dangles. We haven't really seen a Connor McDangles goal here in the late little bit we've been going through here on this spree of points. And sorry guys, again, like I said, I'm all scrambled up here. I'm fading fast, so I might need to go shut the stream down and go dummy some fried chicken from the gas station here in a little bit. That sounds weird, but we've actually got our fast food joint in town is in a gas station, so if anyone can figure that one out, you might have actually just cracked the code on where I am out on the farm. But 2:01 to go here in the first period. This one played ahead. Zach Hyman battling through, can't get it going. $1:55 now left in the period as the Oilers continue to see this puck moved ahead, and it will be an icing call against the Ottawa Senators here. And let's see, it's a sellout crowd at the Canadian Tire Center. I don't think you often hear that in Ottawa, but that's good to hear for the Senators that they did indeed get a sellout crowd today. And it looks like, again, friends, just to give you an idea of where we're sitting on the watch time here this afternoon, things are looking pretty good here this morning as 386 times 3, that absolutely butchered it, 386 times 3.6, 23.16 hours, and that will be fired off of somebody out of play, and we will have another stoppage in play. And I'm just going to go take a quick second. I think I heard the cats knock over the litter box, so give me a second. Nope, that was just an aggressive use of that said litter box, I guess you could say. Alright, friends, we are just about done this first period. I want to keep going, but I just don't know if I'm going to have the gusto to keep going this afternoon, so we'll see what I decide here in a matter of moments. But I think we are pretty much up and done for this first period, which will mean I'll head on out and go get myself some fried chicken, enjoy a Saturday morning watching the Oilers, and then hopefully be in better shape to live stream tomorrow's game against the Montreal Canadiens. I don't know. I'm not sure what to tell you here. The problem is I always sit here and say, well, I'm going to head out, and then all of a sudden the stream peaks up to like 58 viewers just as I'm heading out, and it's like, all right, I'll stay. And unfortunately, I just don't have anything to go quickly snack on upstairs in the fridge, which sucks normally. Normally, I'm pretty good at leaving myself some snacks for the weekend. That's just not where we find ourselves right now. But hey, we'll battle through and see what we can do. But right now, friends, thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday morning thus far with me. I mean, the average view duration on a Saturday morning being 340, that's pretty incredible. And it looks like we're going to go to today, as we've got a lot of Oilers fans. I'll trade my brother for a stick. And yeah, there's a lot of Connor McDavid fans coming out to see the captain of the Oilers. And crowding Connor McDavid's impact in Ottawa. Sellout. And yeah, so right now, like obviously the last 3 years have kind of thrown that for a loop, but that's allowed the Oilers to now come back to a sellout crowd here in Ottawa. Drake Batherson will play it on down low. And this one's going to be Brett Kulak playing this puck across the near side boards in the neutral zone to Klim Kostin. And it looks like we have a puck batted down. So, yeah, that's where we're sitting. And is this? Thank you so much for streaming from Mexico. Really appreciate you being along for the ride. That's the best part of it. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I just have to go upstairs and find something to dummy quickly, and then we got to keep the stream going because there's too much goodness to have happen here on a Saturday afternoon on the old Dolynny TV machine here on YouTube. So, Daniel, welcome in as well. Glad to see you again. And that is an icing call against the Oilers with a $1:06 to go here in this first period. This one's all of a sudden getting sleepy here, and I can actually feel it in my eyes. I'm getting a little tired here in this first period as the period drags on. The Oilers came out flying. The Senators kind of made a game of it, and suddenly those two power plays didn't do much for the Oilers to light us up. So that's where we're sitting here. As this one will be battled off the boards, fired ahead by Dylan Holloway, Evander Kane, chip and chase. Can't get it going, and the Oilers are going to be able to battle it back the other way. 46 seconds to go here in the first period. Batherson fires the shot up and out of play. Hudson, welcome in, and this is exactly what I thought. Everybody's going to be thrown into the chat, and everybody's going to be joining in right now. So let me go quickly find myself a snack upstairs as soon as this first period ends, and we'll keep rolling along. That's the way it always seems to go. You guys never seem to disappoint when it comes down to keeping me going on the stream. So thank you, my friends. Really appreciate that. And let's get this going. Flames and Sabres are currently live, or is that tomorrow's game? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's on now on Sportsnet as it's 11 o'clock. And this one's going to be battle off the boards for the Senators. It's going to be fired around the boards. Down low to the Ottawa Senators captain, Brady Tkachuk, who fires one off the side of the net. 25 seconds to go. The shot fired, blocked in front, or else a save by Jack Campbell. Tkachuk floats another one. Campbell another save, another scramble in front. And this one continues to scramble around in the Oilers zone. Chance in front, blocked again by the Oilers. And yes, Puljujarvi's going to spell this one out of the zone. Chip down deep and they get out of trouble. With 4 seconds to go, that will do it for the first period, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in here in the first. If you want to stick around, please do. The stream will continue. Fried chicken sounds good, but it sounds even better for a post-game celebration snack. I'll be right back. I'm just going to quickly go dummy a bowl of cereal or something. And thank you so much. If you can leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed that first period, whatever the heck I want to call it, I really appreciate that so much. And I'll talk to you here in a few seconds. All right, sorry friends, just upstairs cooking that oatmeal. Somebody did mention oatmeal, I think, in the stream here a few moments ago, and that sounded like a really good idea. I have some in the cupboard, so that's really simple. Quick little snack I could do, but what I'm going to do here for you is quickly just go grab a link to the video from yesterday in case you haven't caught it as of yet. I know a lot of you actually have, so I'll send you the other one that I don't think as many people caught. Only about 200 views on this. 1 year of Jay Woodcroft. And there we go. Let's go there. Boom. And let's go here and pin the message. So there we go. I'll be right back. Just gonna go finish off. The cooking of the oatmeal. There. Go pour the hot water, and I'll be right back. There we go. We're good to rock and roll, my friends. The fear of not having a chance to eat done and dusted, and we should be good to go for the rest of this hockey game. Thank you so much for sticking with me if you did while I was upstairs eating. We're rocking and rolling, and just to kind of get back to everybody chatting away here, Friends, I don't know, it seems like we've already played the Where's Everybody Tuning In From game this morning, but if you want to throw in the chat the shout out to wherever you're tuning in from this morning, I can definitely do that for sure. Feel the heel, Hudson, and everybody chatting away here this morning. Jay is welcoming in on Jesse Puljujärvi, so it just kind of is where it is with Jesse Puljujärvi. I mean, it's good to see him in the lineup. That means that the Oilers aren't just keeping him out to asset management, right? They're still somewhat trying to use a player that's costing you $9 million. That's nice to see because obviously we keep punting the return of Kyler Yamamoto down the road. So that's nice to see the Oilers at least have something there to keep some value in, even if he's not contributing anything. Him playing versus not playing is more valuable than most everything involved. All right, friends. Anyway, just to give you an opportunity, let's get going here. Let's go calculate up that watch time, my friends, as we're sitting here at 3.7 minutes watched on the stream so far, which calculates out to 33.3 hours on the stream. So we are 17 hours away from hitting that magical 50-hour mark, which means we should technically, if things go according to plan here in this intermission and into that second period, we should be able to hit that and then go towards the big 100 hours watched on the stream here in a matter of moments. But friends, as we're just having everything come together here for the Oilers intermission and Gene Principe, I would like to just take a sec to calculate out some stuff on my end. And it's looking like things are actually really coming together here this morning, which is fantastic to see. Anyway, everybody's starting to trickle back in by the looks of it. Appreciate everybody coming back around. And it looks like we've got the Ben Stelter Fund coming back on our television today. And it's Jessica Kent doing the interviews with, I believe this is the Stelter family, if I'm not mistaken. Leah Stelter and Mr. Stelter, who was an absolute inspiration to us as well, sharing his courageous little boy in this. I mean, this has probably been the hardest week of live streaming Oilers coverage here on the channel this year so far, is just having to sit here and talk about Ben every single day and choke up every time about what that little man meant to us, us Oilers fans, and obviously how much he meant to bringing me back around to that passion I have for the Edmonton Oilers and really bringing me back to doing this whole thing for you guys every single day. Yeah, they're running the 50-50 right now for the Ben Stelter Fund for pretty much the entire time the Oilers are up and out on this road trip, and I think as well going into the homestand. So it's going to be one heck of a mega jackpot, that is for sure. Let's see here what else we can find on Twitter here. I don't know if I can do the emotions this early in the morning, so it's a good thing I'm kind of talking over them, but this will it's been a tough couple of games, seeing all the memories of Ben flooding our timeline here on the broadcast. But hey, you know what? It's great that the Oilers are still honoring him and still making sure he's a part of as much as the Oilers possibly can make him. I mean, I remember being in the building on the games against the Sharks and Canucks at the end of the season, and just the absolute electricity when they set the Benergy on the scoreboard. And it was a magical time the end of last year, that's for sure. And I mean, you know what the best part is? The boys have given us a whole bunch of magical memories this year as well. Always at the end of it playing La Bamba and making sure it all ties together. So that's where we're sitting. Yeah, we should be good to rock and roll here. That is up and done. We're gonna have a couple of memories here. And as it currently sits, my friends, that heroic inspirations card, yeah, that was one big quest that I went on when I went down to Rogers Place at the end of last year and they had the Heroic Inspirations card available for free, right? It was giveaway item at the Oilers games, and I made sure to get that, and that drove around with me for almost an entire year, and I've just now shipped it down to somewhere, as that was not mine to keep. That's the thing. I wasn't it wasn't my request to get, and you could only get one, so I had to go hunt it down for a good friend who has treated me very well over the years. So that's where we're sitting, friends. Another emotional first period intermission, even though despite getting a chance to eat and getting a chance to kind of relax and get set for the second period, you want to see something trip me up, that's Ben Stelter every single time, I tell you that much. But we are just about set for this second period of play between the Oilers and the Ottawa Senators, and that is, my friends, where we should go definitely go talk about the Oilers scoring summary in that first period of play. They did pretty well in that first period, despite at times it getting a little slower, getting a little choppy in their own end. 14-7 the shots on goal. The Senators, I mean, I don't know how the Senators had 10 hits. I don't know if I even noticed 10 hits from the Senators, but it seemed the Oilers' 4 hits were much more impactful than the Senators' 4 hits, and I think you see early on the tone setter right there on the first puck into the Sens zone by Connor McDavid on the forecheck. That was a pretty big hit right there. The face-off's dead even. The Oilers obviously would like to get a power play goal at some point this game, but at the same rate, the Senators are scoreless on the penalty or power play, so that's a good get there as well. The giveaways and takeaways pretty much dead even, and the block shots pretty much dead even. So despite the Oilers having quite a few shots, I think the biggest difference in that first period is the goal post for the Ottawa Senators. And the Oilers obviously got a post or two in their favor as well. So it's not like this period was a runaway period for either team. The Oilers got off to the hot start 2.5 minutes in. Connor McDavid scoring his 42nd of the season, assisted by Leon Draisaitl's 48th and Zach Hyman's 35th. So the Oilers continue to do their thing here on a Saturday morning. We don't mind that at all, and it looks like as we sit for the Buffalo Sabres, they're up 2-0 over Calgary. Anyone else getting things going? Jay, you're asking Chiefs or Eagles. If you didn't catch it at the end of my video last night, I am all the way on the Eagles. That's something that I don't have an NFL team, but just based on who I've associated with in the past in kind of YouTube land, I do have a pretty big soft spot for the Eagles, and of course, seeing my friends that are Eagles fans get a little bit of enjoyment out of their team doing something for them in the postseason, and obviously maybe winning the Super Bowl. And Jay, you're talking about the Jets having a 9 p.m. start time. That would be 8 o'clock out my way, but yeah, it's pretty crazy how the schedule worked out today. I mean, I don't know why Hockey Night in Canada, with all the channels available, they have to do it the way they do it, but of course they always have to have the late games so they can do after hours or whatever. I'm not really sure, but that's where we're sitting right now. And all right, friends, you did see the BioSteel. You did see me drinking that this morning, so you know that there's physical proof of it. And I just missed draining the shot by that much. That was left-handed though, so it was a pretty good shot left-handed. I'll give myself credit where credit isn't really due. Is there anything on Twitter we need to get to here in this first period of play, or are we good to rock and roll? I think we're pretty much good to rock and roll. Yeah, I don't think there's much else here. O'Reilly's set to return to the Blues as trade deadline looms. Joseph Woll set to make first home start for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that is it. That is all. We'll take another look at that Connor McDavid goal. And here's Gene Principe again on our television sets. And that's really all we got going, friends. We are just about ready to get back to action here. And Connor and Leon rocking and rolling, and you see Connor's really starting to rock that hair. You really like seeing that. Connor's really starting to rock that hair pretty heavy. Ope back there, of course, that was a Dylan Holloway bet about the mullet flow. So we'll see what ends up coming from that. All right. Stutzla, Draisaitl, McDavid, all getting ready to get going here on this second period. Let me tell you, this intermission dragged out. Not very often I can go upstairs and eat an entire meal and still have time to do an entire intermission breakdown. Jack Michaels and Louis DeBrusque still talking on our television sets too. Okay, I don't know what to tell you, but it is what it is, and they are just about set to call this second period of action, my friends. Anton Forsberg in that first period, he was pretty phenomenal, stopping 14 shots, facing 14, stopping 13, and a lot of point blank one-timers by the Oilers and some great deflection pucks in front as well. So now the Oilers just need to find a way to hem the Senators in the zone a little bit longer than they have at stretches of this period, and we should be good to go here in this second period. And it looks like, what do we got? Do we have a little jousting between Evander Kane and Brady Tkachuk? Brady Tkachuk and Evander Kane talking it out, but it looks like Kane's going to be able to skate by him for the time being. Stay tuned though. Tkachuk and Kane may end up having a little bit of a scrap today, as here's the Senators right off the hop scoring a goal. 21 seconds in, and Jake Sanderson absolutely wires one home on a zone entry by the Senators. And just like that, they'll take the 1-1 tie. And that was an absolute laser beam of a shot there by Jake Sanderson. And I mean, that's why he is who he is. But look at this one, just right up the middle there. The Oilers have good gap control. Things are going good. And then all of a sudden, a guy gets lost in the middle by Evander Kane, and Jake Sanderson, point middle, shoots that puck right through Jack Campbell. I don't know if there was a tip or something. Looks like there might have been a bobble on that puck. I'm not sure, but he just fires that puck home, and it's 1-1. So we're in it to win it now. This is going to be an interesting one for the Oilers. 8th shot of the game for the Senators is goal number 1. Jake Sanderson's 3rd goal this season, and Joseph and Tkachuk get the assists. Here's, of course, Nugent Hopkins picking this puck up in the near side corner in the Oilers offensive zone. Klim Kostin rallies it back down to Matthias Janmark, who will try and fight off a check. He'll go back around behind to Klim Kostin, who leaves it there for Nugent Hopkins. Now the boys getting to work in the offensive zone, both trying to come up with pucks. Nuge comes out of the corner with it. He's going to fire towards the middle but can't get it going, so he's going to defer back to the corner. And now Nuge just over his outstretched arm can't seem to keep that puck in at the last second, and now this will be a battle in the Oilers defensive zone as Tyson Barrie almost gets swam around by Drake Batherson, but it's going to be up to Brett Kulak to get it out down into the zone. He'll fire it to the near side corner, bounces right in front, and the Oilers had a chance to maybe whack away at that puck. They didn't. And back the other way now, Thomas Chabot for the Senators carries across the Oilers' blue line. He'll fire a shot, goes wide of the net, and goes right to Leon Draisaitl. Back the other way. Here's Zach Hyman. Hyman in on the breakaway, and he will draw a penalty shot, baby. Zach Hyman has drawn a penalty shot for the Oilers. John, I was wondering what that comment was about, but the Oilers will indeed get a penalty shot here with 18:16 to go. And this first period action was a little bit slow. This second period has definitely started lighting up pretty quick. Look at that pass there, and this one all in alone, and then he gets can opened, and Zach Hyman goes flying. So Zach Hyman, just less than 2 minutes into this second period, will get a chance on the penalty shot. He comes right down the middle, but to the backhand. I thought he was about to fire the shot, but to the backhand, and puts it home. 2-1 for the Oilers, and just like that, we've got our 1-goal lead back, my friends. Let's go. That is a huge get for the Oilers. Mr. Ryan McLeod jumping across, and here's Zach Hyman, no doubt about it. Calm, cool, and fakes the shot, and then goes shelf backhand. And what a beauty move there to get Anton Forsberg sliding. Look at that, he got it, and then all of a sudden just puts it up and over top of the shoulder on the backhand. It's a beauty of a move by Zach Hyman to get that one into the back of the net. We don't mind that at all. That's a huge get. 16 shots, 2 goals for Zach Hyman, and this one will be now fired down around the boards. Derek Ryan gets in on the attack. It's now Ryan McLeod on the ice for the Oilers. He'll try and leave it there for Dylan Holloway. Now McLeod over to Bouchard. The shot deflected in front. Hyman's 27th, obviously unassisted due to the penalty shot, but Hyman a 2-point night tonight, and we don't mind seeing that. Mr. Zach Hyman getting the job done early on in this one. Ties his career high after the one was called back against the Philadelphia Flyers the other night. And this one will go up and out of play for the Oilers. So we'll have a whistle in the action. 17:43 to go here in this second period. Pretty solid getting. Friends, if you're just joining the stream right now, I'm not going to appeal to you to subscribe as of yet, but if you'd be so kind, let me know how you're enjoying things here on Dolynny TV. If you could leave a like on the stream, I imagine with 67 of us hanging out this morning, I'm sure we could get this stream up over 30 likes, lickety-split. The Oilers win the face-off off of the center ice draw. Anton Forsberg on the dump-in will clear it off to Leon Draisaitl, who falls down on his butt. That means Sanderson will go to the boards to try and get it out. The Oilers try to separate with a big hit. Hyman almost did it, but the center is able to bobble it around the zone, and they continue to do it around the zone a little bit here before Seaweed Man Vinny Desharnais is able to swim that puck free from the attacker as Connor McDavid picks up in the middle of the ice. He's going to flip it on down, and now Zach Hyman is going to play this one around the boards to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl goes back to the point. Now the Oilers setting up zone time. Ceci throws it on down low. A turnover there by the Senators, but a quick regain of possession by them to fire it down the ice off of Draisaitl's tape. And now Cody Ceci picks up off the pass from Jack Campbell up to Draisaitl. This one goes into the middle, and now a chance for Ryan McLeod and Jesse Puljujarvi to get something going. McLeod tries to backhand it towards the net. He gets it around the net instead, and that's where Darnell Nurse almost had a chance to play it, but really the center does a good job just tying up and battling that puck free. Here's Darnell Nurse. He's going to play this one off the boards. Goes right back into the neutral ice. Tipped there by the Oilers and tipped down now by Darnell Nurse, who will carry across the line. He's got a shot over, saved by Forsberg, bounces high. McLeod's looking for this puck, tipped in front, battled around, and, well, that's Evander Kane coming up with that puck for the time being, allowing the Oilers to recollect at center ice as they have two right-hand shots on the ice at the same time. Nice pass by Puljujarvi, the chance, and Barry misses it at center ice and gives up a breakaway. Back the other way, here's the shot, denied by Jack Campbell, and then batted away as well. What a beauty of a save and commotion there in the crease by Jack Campbell. The Oilers ice the puck, but who cares? The game remains 2-1 on a beauty of a stop by Jack Campbell right there, and a good clear as well, as that one just turned out to be absolute disaster for the Oilers. But Tim Stützle getting denied by Vinny Desharnais, and then Anton Forsberg sees this puck pop up. Puljujarvi gets a whack at it. Everybody's battling for it, and nobody can get it going. And then this denial right there by Jack Campbell, and then he plays that puck away, and now comes Evander Kane playing it ahead to Jesse Puljujarvi. Puljujarvi will joust it into the Oilers' offensive zone. The Senators pick it up in their own end. They'll fire it ahead. This one will be picked up by Kostin off the turnover in the neutral zone. Bouchard will play it across Kostin through the neutral zone, and there it is up to Matthias Janmark, who's going to carry across. Janmark will go to the middle. Shot fired by Barry, tipped in front. Nugent Hopkins the shot. Couldn't get it going, and now back to the blue line for Evan Bouchard. Bouchard across to Barry, stick explodes. And now this one comes all the way down to Matthias Janmark. Nuge will fire a shot, blocked again. And the Oilers can't seem to get a good, clean shot on net, and that's tipped there by Bouchard over to Jack Campbell, who plays it off the glass. And the Oilers continue to just stymie the Senators on the zone entries when they have clear support coming back. Nugent Hopkins with this puck in his own end near the near side face-off dot, plays it ahead to Janmark, but Jake Sanderson does a good job separating the puck free, and he will get it going the other way. This one will be played on down over to Campbell again after both teams get some line changes. Seaweed Man out there, Vinny Desharnais, well, he got tangled up with Jack Campbell, but Jake Sanderson fires it up and out of play, and that's every time for the Oilers. It just goes up and out of play, and it's another face-off in the defensive zone. All right. And Tom, to your point, about Mr. Leon Draisaitl potentially playing hurt. I think there was a lot about Draisaitl has not been playing at 100% at all at any point this season, so it doesn't surprise me that it would appear he's playing hurt. But at the same rate too, when you're still as effective as Draisaitl is when he's hurt, you can't exactly afford to be losing that out of your lineup at any point during the regular season. So until we're well into a playoff position, I don't think we'll see Leon Draisaitl realistically come out of the lineup for an extended period of time. This one for the Oilers, Brady Tkachuk gets it going. Leon Draisaitl's looking to try and bust free. He can't get it going. The Senators fire the shot, save again. Jack Campbell on the glove save, and now we got some pushing and shoving between Vinny Desharnais and Brady Tkachuk, and I would not be surprised if Vinny Desharnais wants to have his first NHL scrap right here with Brady Tkachuk, and Jack Campbell's talking to Tkachuk saying, bro, get out of my crease. And Flipper do, it's Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman with the goals right now. That's where we're sitting. And yeah, you know what? It's a good time. FTH there. I'm just going to abbreviate it because it's going to be quicker for me. Puliarvi, you know what? He makes subtle plays. That's the problem. He doesn't make big plays, and if he made big plays, we'd probably notice it more. It's always the subtle play, and the subtle play really never adds up to much with the Oilers for some reason. So that's where we're at. All right, here's Connor McDavid. He gets tossed out of the face-off dot by the looks of it. Leon Draisaitl will come in. And he will take it right there off of the draw. The Senators pull it forward and get around behind the net. Back to the blue line now. A chance for them to set up zone time. They're going to play it down, but Connor McDavid cuts it off before it makes its way to the net. Zach Hyman able to tip it off the boards to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl is going to go across, play it down low. A nice tip there by the goaltender Forsberg into the corner. The Oilers, though, maintain possession as it'll be backhanded there. And this one, it goes to the near side boards as Zach Hyman tries to come up with that puck. He can't. This one, again, still battling around that near side zone board situation in the Sens end. They've got it out, transitioning back the other way. Lane's opening up. They go to backhand it off for a tip back door. Couldn't do it. And the Senators continue to try and come up with this puck. They can't. It'll go all the way down low. 13-16 to go here in this second period of play as the Oilers out shooting the Senators 18-11. And both teams engaged in a pretty heavy battle as well. Friends, guess what? We just hit that 50-hour mark on the stream here. So now we are full and clear to go the rest of the way home trying to hit 100, if not more. This one backhanded down low into the Oilers' end. No icing call as the puck dies. Senators able to come up with it as Brett Kulak overskates the puck. Now a tie up behind the net. And Mr. Brett Kulak will come up with this puck. He'll fire it into the Oilers bench. And we will have a stoppage in play. NHL 22, welcome in. And yeah, that's where we're sitting, friends. The Zach Hyman penalty shot goal gets us going. And we're flying here this afternoon up 2-1. It's still this morning in Alberta, but I think for pretty much anybody who's tuning in other than us Albertans and us people in BC, it is the afternoon. And so that's where we're sitting. Just figured I'd give everyone the afternoon as opposed to the morning, but ooh, yeah. Guy could have used a stretch in the morning before getting out of bed, let me tell you that much for sure. But as we're just kind of putting this one together, Calgary just got 3 straight, did they? That's interesting. Let's see. Jake Sanderson, obviously his goal. Yeah, Calgary's up 3-2 on Buffalo in the second period. Montreal and New York are tied 1 apiece. Ottawa and Edmonton are up 2-1 for the Oilers. Nashville's up 1-0 on Philly. What's Tampa Dallas at? Tampa and Dallas is at 0-0. Where the heck is that whatchamacallit game? The Vancouver Canucks game. Are the Canucks not playing? I thought the Canucks were playing today. Guess not. Okay, sure. But the am I missing something, or am I just missing something? Are the Canucks playing tomorrow? Oh, the Canucks aren't playing tomorrow. I'm missing something here, friends. It would appear either Sportsnet's missing a game, or Oh, the Canucks and Red Wings. Sorry, it wouldn't load. That was the thing. Okay, the Red Wings are up 3-1 and on the power play to end the second period. There we go. I knew that the Canucks were playing. I just couldn't find it for some reason, and that makes a lot more sense now. And Kulak chipped the puck out of play. So it looks like we might have a penalty coming up, or oh, it caught us. Oh man. So the Oilers go to the penalty kill. Yep, that's what I thought. There was a penalty coming up just based on what Louis DeBrusque was saying. RS, welcome in. And there we go. Mangon, yep, the Canucks are down 3-1 to the Red Wings. That is where we find it. Just Sportsnet was glitching out. My apologies, friends. But here we go. We're back to action. Oilers to the penalty kill because Brett Kulak's taken a high sticking call. His puck played down. Nice save by Jack Campbell. And then all of a sudden the Senators get right up into the crease. And Cody Ceci says, none of that, Brady Tkachuk. And this has been an interesting game so far for the Oilers. Obviously, a couple of costly power plays, more or less. No costly penalty kills yet, but now another penalty kill opportunity where you still haven't scored the first special teams goal of the game. And hey, you know what? I'd like to score that first special teams goal of the game right here on the power or penalty kill. Get a shorty, but that would be a pretty alright with me if the Oilers could manage to do that. It's been a few games without one. Be nice to see the shot deflected in front. And the Oilers will try and chip and charge up the ice, although the linesman takes out the Oilers player. And looks like we might have an offside call against Brady Tkachuk. And here we go, Brady Tkachuk. Talking about tipping pucks around and playing pucks, and he somehow scored a goal at some point this season with the glove off. And the Oilers able to clear the zone though. $1:34 to go here in this second period of play. Tim Stützle back the other way. He'll get it going. Senators dragged to the middle. The shot coming and a block shot there by Janmark. Gets it up and out of play. So the Oilers continue to defend the back of the, or front of the net, sorry. And you look at that kind of situation from the inner slot where Brady Tkachuk has scored goals this year. He's been scoring a ton of goals. 20 of them, in fact, but Connor McDavid's got 42, so, hey, our best player is still better than the Senators' best player. 13-4-0 team record when Brady Tkachuk scores a goal this year for the Senators. This puck fired around the boards. It'll be cleared out by Desharnais, who, here's the thing, Vinny Desharnais is out there killing bulk minutes on the penalty kill for the Oilers, so that's pretty big as well. As here come the Senators across the blue line again. DeBrincat had just offhanded the puck to the far side wing. This one's going to be to Brady Tkachuk. Back to the blue line. Chabot will play it down low. Now a chance. Nothing happening there. And the Senators will see it go back to the far side. Connor McDavid chasing around out there as he looks to sniff some offense. This one back to the blue line. Chabot again to the far side on the pass by DeBrincat. Back to Chabot, who pounds a shot on net. And Vinny Desharnais quickly clears out the front of the net as Jack Campbell makes yet another save. And there it is, that little bit of hunger feeling in my stomach as soon as I've eaten something in the morning. As look at this play by Thomas Chabot. He pounds that puck on net. But look at that, Vinny Desharnais quickly seals off Brady Tkachuk from getting to the net. And now Ridley Gregg will see this puck lost for the Senators, and the Oilers are going to be able to fire this one down the ice, clear it all the way length of the ice, and that means less than 30 seconds to go on the power play for the Ottawa Senators, who will carry up and out of their own zone. They'll hand on back to the option back is Claude Giroux, I believe. This one will be worked there by the Senators into the Oilers' end. 15 seconds to go, and another power play that, hey, just really does not average out to be anything substantial here between the Oilers and Senators. 10:47 left in this second period as Sanderson carries ahead. He's going to off the puck over to the far side in the neutral zone where it's tipped into the near side corner in the Oilers' end. This one's going to be fired back into the Senators' zone where Anton Forsberg comes out to play this. Sanderson will play it ahead. Tipped there by Evan Bouchard. This one down. Bouchard will chip it off the boards, and Leon Draisaitl gets it over to Dylan Holloway. Zach Hyman to Leon Draisaitl. The shot bounces off the end boards. Dylan Holloway, good crack at the side of the net. Couldn't get it going. Couldn't even get a shot on net. Holloway still battling for that puck. Can't seem to come up with it. And this one's going to be freed up as the Oilers are back to 5-on-5 and moving the puck around. As that'll be a nice play by Draisaitl over to Hyman. Hyman, the backhander, saved by Forsberg. Good little bleeding heart shot right there, trying to just fade it into the back of the net. This one's going to be back to Bouchard as Leon Draisaitl fires the shot right onto Forsberg. And that will be a stoppage in play. As what do we got going on, friends? Everybody just chatting up about the Calgary game in there. Right now, the Flames, they've scored 4 straight, have they? Yes, indeed, they have 4 straight against the Buffalo Sabres. That seems like a very Buffalo Sabre thing to happen. And Tom, the question on Vinny Desharnais as to if he drops the gloves, at the NHL level, I have yet to see it, but I think just the physical, big, lean man that he is, I think he can probably YouTube, and I will just try and YouTube Vinny Desharnais fights. He did play college hockey, so I'm not sure how much that affected his fighting ability growing up, but he was also in the ECHL, so keep that in mind. Vinny Desharnais. Oh, it's a search result that pops up. Martin Pospisil versus Vinny Desharnais. Yes, okay, so he fought in the Oilers rookie camp games a few years back. Sam Carrick against Vinny Desharnais in Bakersfield. Yeah, so there's a little bit of fighting history there for Vinny Desharnais over the course of his career. Not a lot of fights, but again, we're also talking about the modern NHL versus the old school NHL where Vinny Desharnais would be scrapping every 3rd or 4th game if they'd let him. Yeah, that's where we're sitting. We are just crossing into that territory where we are well on our way now to 100 hours watched on the stream here, friends. I'll throw you an ad in a minute, but just to give you an idea of where we're sitting, we are at 63.7 hours. Thank you so much for being along for the ride today. I really appreciate that. It's been a fantastic game so far, and the Oilers up 2-1, just kind of playing a great brand of hockey here, trying to win games against the Ottawa Senators. And as well as we sit here and put it together, we've got 72 folks watching back home, friends, and that's fantastic because yeah, you know what, having 72 people in the live stream on a Saturday morning, that's something I didn't count on. When this stream got off and underway earlier this morning, it was looking pretty sketchy, but it looks like it's come together pretty nicely. Here's Matthias Janmark batting that puck off the boards. 9:34 to go here in this second period. The Oilers chase the Senators in behind the net. This one's going to go around the boards to the near side. Tyson Barrie plays it there. He's going to try and come up with this puck. Everybody's battling, and now trying to get this puck free is Clean Costin and Tyson Barrie. Costin trying to come up with this puck. He hasn't been able to do it as of yet. The Oilers continue to, and now Costin allows Barrie to come up with the puck and get it down to Matthias Janmark in behind the Senators' net. They're both battling there now, Costin and Janmark, and it comes free to Nugent Hopkins, who will get it across to the D to D. The shot comes from Tyson Barrie near side point. Couldn't cash the rebound on the end board bounce. And now Tyson Barrie again will come up with this puck with 8:46 to go here in this second period of play as the Oilers and Senators continue to battle as it's 2-1. Brett Kulak hits the line and fires in. This one's going all the way down behind the boards, and now a chance here for Vinny Desharnais to get it going to Stützle. The shot comes up over the boards, and what do we got? We've got Evander Kane and Brady Tkachuk. I told you that this was going to happen off the start of the period, and here's Evander Kane going out there, ragdolling Brady Tkachuk, and he's getting it going. He's got a lot of scraps, but Tkachuk gets the better of it in the last takedown as Kane fed him 2 or 3 right quick, and then Tkachuk got one good one last second, and that is a pretty good little scrap there. A quick one, but a couple big haymakers thrown by Evander Kane. Looks like he might be a little bit cut on the nose there, but the Oilers get it going, and that's a huge get for us. You know what? Now a little bit of a spark, right? Tkachuk and Kane wanted to go, And they got it going as they just meet up at center ice. And Kane said, "Let's dance, bud, let's dance." And Kane, no fear with that left hand, trying to get in there. And he fed him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Brady Tkachuk, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. It's already shot his number 4. And then Tkachuk got one really good shot in at the end there as he was just falling down to the ice. But hey, you know what? I'll take that all day. Gillies TV coming in here to tell us that Kane won that scrap. I'm telling you, that was a fun little one. I mean, I wish the camera would have cut to it a little bit more so we would have had the drama of them dancing a little bit before throwing some hands. But hey, we'll take it. 8:15 to go, and Evander Kane's back in the fight department against Brady Tkachuk. And you know it had to happen. Somebody was going to have to fight Brady Tkachuk today just because he's been pestering Jack Campbell all game. And as much as the old school mentality doesn't exist so much more in the NHL like it used to, still have to do it. It's still part of the game. And the Coyotes, the Senators get a turnover at center ice where that's going to allow Jake Batherson to get going. And the other side too is you're taking the Senators' best player off the ice in Brady Tkachuk, and that's a massive get as Leon Draisaitl and Zach Hyman back the other way, 2-on-1. Hyman trying to force it to the middle, should have just shot that. Would have had a 3-point night if he would have been able to beat Forsberg clean on a shot instead of overpassing. Here's Sanderson back the other way. He's got the goal for the Senators. It goes down low. Darnell Nurse fires a big-time hip check into Sanderson, but can't really knock him to the ice, and a big save by Jack Campbell on the point shot. And that's where we're sitting, friends. You know what? A good little hockey game developing here between the Senators and Oilers. And the nice part is, too, you're watching the Oilers fighting majors. I think they have more fighting majors this year than they did all of last year, if I'm not even mistaken. And we're only 50-odd games into the season, it seems like. And the Oilers, with and without Kane since joining the Oilers, 41-17-5 record with Evander Kane in the lineup. The man has been absolutely incredible for the Oilers. And obviously, too, the big credit to Kyler Yamamoto for taking it for the team and going to the LTIR and trying to heal up as best he can. And obviously, the results have spoke for themselves with Evander Kane in the lineup. This puck being whipped around the Oilers zone. Jack Campbell, another save right there. And now Evan Bouchard's jousting, and so is Dylan Holloway with Travis Hamonic. And suddenly, there we go. The fighting between Kane and Tkachuk has got the pushing and shoving happening between players that don't usually push and shove as much. Bouchard throwing around Alex DeBrincat a little bit as well. So there we go. I'm loving it. It's going to be a huge finish to this game. 7:05 to go, and that's the size of this situation. Is it's kind of funny how we are still 7 minutes to go in the second period. This game is dragging on. It's 11:58, so we're already an hour and a half into the hockey game, and we're not even halfway done. So that's kind of funny to see how that's going to drag out here. I guess we are just about halfway done, but just kind of feels like it's been a long morning so far. Like I said, though, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, so that could be part of it. Thomas Chabot going D to D in his own zone. He gets it back. He'll carry it forward. He's going to cross the Oilers line, go and take a jolt there from Evan Bouchard. Broberg out there with Bouchard as he battles into the corner, does Broberg. Nice tip play there by Derek Ryan. Turns over the puck, however, as he just couldn't get it past Thomas Chabot. The Oilers take down the man in Pinto, and Broberg's got it on top of Pinto right now as he's just trying to free that puck up. Both men battling there still, and now all of a sudden Bouchard's taking some pushing and shoving, and it looks like somebody wants to fight Bouchard in behind the play. And Bouchard and DeBrincat, it's one last hit here anytime they rally up, and it's going to be a hooking call against who? Is it Evan Bouchard? Or is it Alex DeBrincat going to the box here? And sorry, it's going to be Derek Ryan taking a penalty here for hooking. Sure, this one's about to blow up into a mess, isn't it? As there's DeBrincat and Bouchard going in behind the net as they continue to go. Bouchard eats a stick up high, and then he kind of gives DeBrincat the one up. And then this one's going to be a hook right there. Yeah, tangled up, pulled the hand. Derek Ryan takes a penalty there. One of our best penalty killers is going to be to the box. That's Derek Ryan. gets going here, hooking. 2-1 for the Oilers as they head to the penalty kill for the third time this afternoon. Discipline's been lacking here in the first two periods to some degree for the Oilers, but we'll battle through that second penalty kill. Or that second penalty kill shouldn't have happened because it went off the guy's visor, but it is what it is. And how about this? Nugent Hopkins and Janmark back the other way on the 2-on-1. Puck's left there, and now all of a sudden it's a 3-on-2 back the other way for Stützle. Stützle's going to leave it to DeBrincat. Bathurst into the middle. Nice deflection play by Cody Ceci to get a stick on it and stop that puck from going through to Jack Campbell. Ceci, I feel, has had a really strong game this afternoon, if you're asking my opinion, which you're not, but it's one of those things where, you know what, it's nice to see Cody Ceci have a really good game, especially against a former team. And here's Ryan McLeod trying to tangle up a man. He can't do it. It's able to keep the play to the outside for the time being, though. And the Oilers will keep this puck alive. Chabot back to the blue line. One-timer comes up. It's flubbed on. And Chabot will again get it to the point. This is where, obviously, the Senators missing Brady Tkachuk, a little discombobulated on the top power play unit. And this will be Ryan McLeod firing it down the ice, trying to get it down to Connor McDavid, who's still cross-checking Thomas Chabot. He steals the puck. McDavid in front, trying his best to get this puck across. Shot, scores! Ryan McLeod on the backdoor pass from Connor McDavid, and it is 3-1 for the Edmonton Oilers. Wow, wow, wow. All right, 3-1, 4:42 to go here in this second period. And just like that, Connor McDavid has his second point of the night. 33 seconds left in the penalty to the Oilers, and that's a beauty of a play. Individual effort here by Connor McDavid to just keep battling Chabot. That's a skills comp move right there, just trying to battle off the defender, and that is a beauty of a move by Connor McDavid. And he ends up getting the backhand across through Chabot, and then Ryan McLeod fires it. And like I said, I wanted to see the Oilers score a shorty today, and they indeed got it done as Ryan McLeod backdoor one-time opportunity puts it past Forsberg. And there it is, as that one's going to be in the Oilers net right away. Sorry, I don't even really know what happened. The Senators just kind of across the blue line threw it to the net, and Claude Giroux deflects it in off his skate. Okay. So that's about as quick as things can change. The Oilers immediately lose the face-off, go back the other way into their defensive zone, and give up a goal. And Claude Giroux is going to go right to the bench, and the Oilers look like they may be challenging this here, saying it was a kick. Jay Woodcroft's even doing the kick signal. You like to see that. But, hey, the Oilers take a 3-2 lead, and it looks like the Oilers are looking to challenge this one. And Claude Giroux's taking a look at it, 3-2, 23 to 15, and it looks like Jay Woodcroft signaled over the goaltender. And that's a clear kick. I don't know. I don't know if the skate has to come off the ice for it to be a kick, then Zach Hyman's lost a lot of goals on a bullcrap rule. And instead, the Oilers are going to choose to play on. 10th goal of the season for Ryan McLeod. Connor McDavid picks up his 54th assist of the year, so he's now up to 96 points on the season. Claude Giroux's 21st this season. And this one will be from Greg and Pinto, as the Oilers will load up, get out of the zone, and, well, I don't know, maybe go back the other way and score another goal. How about this? Here's Connor McDavid getting tripped up, taken out of the play. He's looking at the ref for the penalty, and then all of a sudden he gets right in and throws a hit. That's what I love now about McDavid in this year, is when he gets angry, he just goes out and takes it out on the other guys. Right? And that's a huge get. Unlike JT Miller, who takes it out on his own guys. Leon Draisaitl losing this puck battle here. Although Connor McDavid trying to come up with this puck, he's going to lose the battle to Draisaitl. Cody Ceci is going to come back and play this puck in his own end. 3:34 to go in this second period. Ceci will carry ahead. And this one will go back the other way. Tipped there by the Senators into the boards, but nice play by Draisaitl to come up with it. Barry across to Bouchard. Bouchard fires the shot. Deflects off the end boards right back into the near side in the Ottawa zone, as they do finally come up with possession. As Jake Sanderson will fire this one across. Headman up by the Senators into the Oilers zone, where Evan Bouchard cuts the play off. Bouchard playing out there with Barry quite a bit. He turns over the puck, but recovers in time to deflect that one over top of the net. 2:54 to go here in this second period. And I'm telling you, I'm going to need a tea in this second intermission. I was talking with someone this morning about them quitting coffee, and it's like, yeah, you know what, my friend, you probably should quit coffee yourself. And when I'm saying my friend, I'm talking to myself. But that's where we're sitting right now, friends. Just crossed 1,000 views on the live stream, so thank you so much for your support this afternoon. Really appreciate that. It's fantastic to see. I did not expect to see 1,000 views on today's live stream, considering I was going to quit after having about 375 in the first intermission because I was a little hungry. But we battled through like I said we would. And right now, friends, we are at 79.48. 79.48 hours watched. So we are right there on getting up to the next little bit for sure. And it looks like the Oilers are going to try and get something done. What do we got? Third Eye, does the NHL have technology in the puck? I don't know if they still have the technology pucks on the ice or not. Those things were really bad there for a while, and obviously I made a video about that, I think in the shortened year, and everyone's like, oh, you're crazy. And then the Oilers, as soon as I quit, went on to finish second in the division, and after the pucks were taken away. Ignacy, we are really going to feel the nurse deal for years to come. The guy gets exposed every other game. Very hard to watch. I'm going to tell you, the nurse deal only gets better year after year as long as the cap keeps coming up. Right? If the cap goes up by $4 million year after year, the nurse deal actually goes down in terms of cap percentage, right? If you're thinking the cap by year number 4 is at 93.8, right? So nurse is at what, 9.25 divided by 93.8? That's less than 10% of your cap. That's not at all a situation when Connor McDavid right now is eating up a 12.5 at 82.5. 12.5 divided by 82.5 is eating up 15% of your cap. So that's where we're at. Anyway, the Oilers battling this puck in the defensive zone. 2:40 to go here in this second period as Jack Campbell will once again cover up the puck. Hudson, we'll catch you later. And Terry, it has to be a purposeful, clear kicking motion. Yeah, that's the tough part on that last one there for Claude Giroux. It was a stopping motion where he angled the skate. So that's one of those, if you challenge it, it's probably about 75-25 return rate. And for Jay Woodcroft, 75-25, 25 success rate, that being, is not really a good situation after giving up a goal that makes it a one-goal game. As this one goes back the other way, 2:30 into the Oilers zone, jousting in front of the net between Giroux and Kulak. And this one's going to go back the other way for the Oilers as Derek Ryan tries to kick the puck, skate to stick, but couldn't do it. And it's back into the neutral zone where Barry will fire it to the far side corner of the Senators' end. 2:10 now left in the second period. The shots are 24-16, by the way, friends. So the Oilers continuing to pound shots on net. And then, wow, Erik Brandstrom just absolutely wired one home on Jack Campbell. And wow. All right, that was not a pretty goal. I mean, a great snapshot there by Erik Brandstrom, but I think that's one you got to have if you're Jack Campbell. 2:02 to go here in this second period, and the Oilers have the defense in the right position. And then Jack Campbell just beat way wide on that puck, as this one, just an ugly attempt by Jack Campbell, it's just zipped right over top of the shoulder. He doesn't even move. Jack Campbell didn't even know that shot had come, and it ends up going right to the back of the net. And is this going to be one of those games where Jack Campbell just doesn't have it? Possibly, but he's looked good so far the rest of the games, and of course one's been kicked in. Anyway, Cody Ceci will play this puck in his own zone. 1:54 to go here in the second period. Jake, I will get to your question in a matter of moments, but let me finish off this second period of play as there's a man down in the corner here. And all of a sudden now we're going to have a little bit of tie up as Connor McDavid's down low in the corner. As Connor McDavid gets up out of the corner, he's going to skate back to the face-off dot. Evander Kane looking for scrap number 2 potentially is what Jack Michaels just said. And now Leon Draisaitl draws in for the face-off. 3 left-hand shots on the ice right now, but this is going to be won by the Ottawa Senators, and this is going to be a challenge for the Oilers to move this puck. As nice play by McDavid to separate man from puck and get a one-time puck opportunity for Leon Draisaitl. Near side now to Draisaitl. Backdoor. Oh my goodness. Darnell Nurse just missed a tap in at the side of the net. That would have been beauty. As this one is a good chance now for the Oilers, played ahead by the Senators. Out wide now to Stützle. Stützle overhandles the puck and a nice pickup there by Nurse. Gets it going back in favor of the Oilers. Ceci across to McDavid. McDavid rushing in. Puts it up off the shoulder of Forsberg. He's dumped in behind by Chabot. And then McDavid comes in and throws a big hit as well. He's really been edgy this game with the physical game. Just kind of creating an element that I don't think Connor McDavid has game in, game out. But he is definitely capable of having it. And here we go. That's how can you tell I'm out of water? I'm flubbing words here. As the Oilers will carry across the blue line. They can't seem to get it in cleanly into the zone. And here come the Senators back the other way. They're going to work across the blue line. Shot saved by Jack Campbell. Philip Broberg is going to win this battle and get it going there. And now back the other way. Matthias Janmark is going to carry through the neutral zone at center ice. Vinny Desharnais fires it in. Near side. Janmark able to play it to the far side corner. Now Zach Hyman battling there, trying to find a puck with Janmark and Nugent Hopkins. This one again comes free to the far side point, and this one fired down low, blocked in front. Big clear for the Senators as the Oilers were pushing with 4 seconds to go, and Philip Broberg fires it in to finish off this second period. The Oilers up 3-2 or 3-1 at one point in this second period, then up 3-2, and now tied 3-3 going in to the second intermission. Friends, I'll be right back. I'm going to go brew up that tea quickly, get the water boiling at least for a second time in this hockey game, and then we'll talk to you in a few minutes' time. If you're new to the channel, though, what I want you to do right now is if you'd be so kind to consider subscribing here on Dolynny TV. I am just going to take a second to tell you what we've done today. I didn't make mention of it earlier, but I want to make mention of it now because it's really another special milestone in this whole journey that I've been on, right? Is I hit 10,000 subscribers last month, and now all of a sudden we're sitting here, friends, together as a community at 10,506. So thank you so much to all those who have subscribed this afternoon. There's about 7 of you so far. I'd love if more of you would want to join in for especially the post game, more videos, more live streams, all that, and the quirky shorts that I do. I'll be right back. Alright friends, sorry about this. We're just sitting here getting the tea done. I will take the graphic down here in a second. And we'll get back to action here on the stream. Thank you to everybody who just legitimately tuned in. That's really appreciated. We were at about 1,050 views when I headed upstairs, and now we're at 1113, so that's where we're sitting. Anyway friends, I think the big concern is how's Jack Campbell looking right now, and honestly, I'm not too worried about Jack Campbell. I think just a matter of he's faced some one-on-one shots and just really not had the answer, which is bound to happen. That happens for every NHL goalie, and obviously Jack Campbell, the rapport he's put up with us Oilers fans here in the past 10 games means, you know what, he's bound for some gaffes that he should have had that one, but hey, that's hockey. That's a good shot. And that's kind of where I'm sitting on it so far right now. But right now for the Oilers too, though, is they need to just come out of the gate here in this third period and just absolutely pour it on. That's to your point, Smurfy World. But let's see what ends up going on here. And to everybody giving Big Willis a tough go about talking about the Flames right now, I'm actually keeping an eye on those games myself, and I haven't had as many chances to check, obviously, because of doing the play-by-play, but it's a big-time shaker and mover day in the Pacific Division. In case you don't know what's at stake today, the Oilers could, with a win, get 1 point back at first place, but the Flames would then sneak back into the playoff conversation if they were to win this morning. Other than that, too, you've got the Vancouver Canucks, who need to win over Detroit to just keep any kind of semblance of sanity in that market, but unfortunately for the Canucks, it is the tank hard for Bedard, or whatever Sportsnet's calling it. So that's where we're at right now for the Canucks. And for some reason, it's not showing up there. But that game really doesn't matter because they're playing Detroit. Other than that, Dallas and Tampa are tied at 1 apiece. The Avalanche and Panthers play at 4 p.m. That's another big crucial game in our playoff race here. And obviously, too, the Blues play at 6. The Wild play at 6, the Jets play at 8, and the Kings. So realistically, when it comes down to it, the most shaker-mover things that happen for the Oilers is that they need to win today and the Kings need to lose. You need to start building separation in the standings, but at the same rate too, why do I care about the Flames? Because trust me, as a guy who hates the Calgary Flames just as much as every other Oilers fan, I would love to be the team that kicks them out of the playoffs for a second year in a row, especially after they scrape and claw to get into the playoffs all year long. So that's kind of where I'm sitting on this one, right? The Flames sitting at 58 points. The Oilers, if they can win today, would be 1 point or back of the Vegas Golden Knights. And of course, if the LA Kings lose, then we have 2 point clearance over fourth in the division. And finally, things may be starting to separate positively for the Edmonton Oilers here at long last. I don't know, that's just me, but I guess we'll see what is to come out of it. As things go here, what are we seeing? Flipper Dude's talking about those Stars jerseys. And Derek Ryan taking penalties. I think, what is he taking 2 today, or is he just taking the 1? I think he's just taking the 1 as far as I know, but hold on, I could be mistaken. Bang, click on that. We got to go recover this scoreboard again. And yeah, so I mean, Derek Ryan's literally only taken 1 penalty there, Darcy. So I wouldn't say it's all Derek Ryan's fault by any means. And of course, the Oilers haven't taken a power play goal against as of yet either. It's all been 5-on-5. And Jake, are there any new trade rumors? Here's the problem. The trade rumors with the Oilers right now is it's always going to be the same guys because the same guys haven't been traded, right? I think now you can guarantee that you will never, the rest of the season, hear the Oilers are interested in Vladimir Tarasenko. You won't hear that, right? That's about the hard part, is as long as all these guys are available, it's going to keep getting dragged around, and that's the unfortunate part right now. Mike, you're saying McDavid's last assist was unreal. Yes, and to couple that with Gilly's TV stat, McDavid already has 6 hits. It's been fantastic for McDavid tonight. He's definitely looked like a very big time impact player. And I just have to drag this up to live. Sorry, that was irritating me. And yeah, right now for McDavid and Hyman, it has been a solid game so far. Cool is saying that Jack Michaels is going to bring his A game full. Oh, so you're saying Jack Hamill, not Jack Michaels. I just think I think Jack Michaels every time. And as we're sitting, I believe the Sens' last goal was on the PP. Was it? I don't think it was. Nope. Every goal for the Senators so far this game has been 5-on-5. That's what I figured. The Oilers' last goal of their period was on the Senators' power play, though. Joe Carr to say that. The Oilers have the only special teams goal of the game, and it was shorthanded. That's the stipulation. Sorry, I knew you were right some way, somehow, but it was actually the Oilers who scored that goal. Right there. Calgary game shots 35-7. The largest one I know of was LA versus Minnesota 68-19. That's crazy. And Woodcroft taking over in Edmonton. Oh my goodness. 23 ABC News on my television set in Canada. Hey, light me up, Bakersfield. As Jay Woodcroft took over for Dave Tippett a year ago this time. And if you didn't see that tongue-in-cheek video that I did a year ago, well, you can go up there and see 1 year of Jay. At the top of the chat here, it's pinned up there for you. Bob Stauffer now joining Mr. Gene Principe here on the television sets. And friends, I will just quickly change this over to check out the watch time quickly, and then we'll see where we're sitting going into this this third period. Is Mr. Jay Woodcroft doing a phenomenal job with the Oilers. I don't need to reiterate my thoughts. I've already done a full video rambling on about that. And we are 99 out of 100 hours watched on the stream. So friends, we are going. There is potential this afternoon that we are able to do 150. Don't mind me at all. That's pretty good. And no, the Giroux goal was power play. No, it wasn't actually. Oh, it was. Sorry, how did I miss that? I was too busy looking for that third goal to be a power play goal. Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong, and you guys do. The Brett Kulak. Where is that? Sorry, Derek Ryan, and it's the power play goal for Claude Giroux following. Sorry, I wasn't looking at times properly. That does make sense. There we go. Sorry, that's my bad. That's on me. Editing error. And yeah, so that's, I guess the Oilers have given up a goal, but the Oilers have also scored a goal shorthanded, so things kind of evening out there, I guess you could say. I don't know how to put that into actual good context now that I've goofed that up. But as things solidify here in this intermission for the Oilers, we're going to take a chance to check Twitter and see if there's anything we've missed about this hockey game as to yet. I don't think there really is, but I think there is too. An ability to see if there's anything here. There's not much else here. Don't really see anything. Hyman scoring first penalty shot for the Oilers since Gaetan Haas converted on February 1st, 2020. He had never taken a shootout attempt, let alone a penalty shot. Great tilt, Kane and Tkachuk. Game is morphed from ragged into a beauty. 20 minutes to play. That's Jack Michaels' notes headed into the intermission. And he's not wrong. That's a pretty big get for the Oilers. You know what? Playing excellent, exciting brand of hockey. Yeah, you know what? Are you winning big? No, you're not. You're tied 3-3 with the Ottawa Senators going into the third period. But I think all of us would love to see the Oilers keep up that compete level, learn how to win when it gets tough, learn how to fight from behind even when you're ahead, and just continually go out there and do the right things to win hockey games. That's really all that has impressed me over the past 10 games, is the Oilers have never allowed themselves to be out of it at any point, and realistically, even when the gas does come off the pedal, they find a second gear late in the game, find a second gear at some point, or else find a way not to squander the opportunity to get at least a point. And that's the fantastic part here, is right now we're in position to get another point, if not two, in 20 minutes or more the rest of the way home. 11:82. Bing bang. Don't mind that at all on a Saturday afternoon. And of course, tomorrow is going to be even more fun with the Montreal Canadiens on the live stream tomorrow. Friends, we are rocking and rolling into this last commercial break of the intermission. So I'll send you quickly. You know what? I won't send you an ad. I will ask you one more time before we get going here in this third period. If you'd be so kind to consider hitting that subscribe button here on the channel, I'd love to have you aboard. I know a lot of you already have today. We're up on Dolynny TV. There's about 11 new crazy Oilers fans on the channel, and here we are now, a chance we could add probably about 20 by the end of the live stream if I make sure to ask before everybody heads out. So I'd love to have you aboard. If you'd be so kind to hit that subscribe button, that'd be greatly appreciated. And let's keep building this crazy thing up. I mean, all of a sudden things have definitely taken off in this 2022-2023 season for the Edmonton Oilers, and of course here on Dolynny TV. What was a crazy stat that I came up with the other day, here I'll give you this crazy stat on Dolynny TV, is in the last 365 days, just to give you a frame of reference, I've gained 2,000 subscribers here on the channel. That is insane, because that would send me back about a year ago. I had 8,500 subscribers, so you're talking about adding just about a quarter of my lifetime subscribers in the past 365 days after doing this for 10 years as of November this year. So that's pretty crazy to think. I'm very much so looking forward to seeing what we can achieve before the end of 10 years here on the channel. Let's see what happens here. We've got Darcy looking for Bukestad to be picked up. Joe Carr, you're loving the Oilers brand of hockey right now, and that's kind of the deal too, right? Is the Oilers end up most often not making the other team's goalie have to be the star of the game if they want to beat the Oilers. Maybe not the case for Carter Hart and the Philadelphia Flyers. The Oilers kind of just laid a dud there and still got a point out of it. But right now, 3 goals on 26 shots for the Oilers and 3 goals on 18 shots for the Ottawa Senators. Jack Campbell, who has an .833 save percentage right now in this period, although he's 12 saves away from 900. So you'd like to see him get that done. The Oilers battling pretty well in the face-off dot. The only one really struggling so far tonight is Derek Ryan, down at 25% on 4 draws. And for the Ottawa Senators, is there anyone really cleaning house in the face-off dot? I don't really think so. Actually, guys taking the major draws are 50 or below, whereas Dylan Gambrell and Alex DeBrincat have won their single-digit 1 and 2 face-offs respectively. The hits are 21-16 for the Ottawa Senators, so you got to remember that Connor McDavid's got 6 of the Oilers' 16 hits. The Oilers have won 20 out of 14 face-offs. Senators are 1 for 3 on the power play, as Tim and everybody else noted, and obviously the penalty minutes elevated because of the fights. And 7-5 the giveaways for the Oilers, 4-4 the takeaways, 11-10 the block shots. And it looks like we are back to action here in this third period as the Oilers and Senators battling the puck. Janmark's able to start it out for Darnell Nurse, who's got a man wide here in Zach Hyman. Hyman will go down low behind the net. Hyman's going to drag this one back to Nugent Hopkins. He instead keeps the puck. Now dishes off to Nuge. Nuge will play it off a skate. Cody Ceci, who looks at it and then allows Matthias Janmark to be taken out of the play. This one comes back to the point, and the Oilers see the Senators chip this one up and off of Ceci out of play. And there we go. That will be our first 43 seconds of action here in this third period. Shots 26-18, as I did mention. And again, thank you to everybody who's tuned into the live stream so far tonight and stuck around. You know what? We're now over 110 hours watched. And there's a good possibility, like I said, we finish this live stream well over 150 average hours watched. 19-17 to go here in this third period. The face-off's down and the Senators win it and pound it into the zone. Nice save there by Jack Campbell to pick up save number 16 of the game. This one played ahead. Connor McDavid skates into it but can't control the puck, and it goes all the way back to the near side in the neutral zone where it's played down to Tyson Barrie. Barrie playing this puck. He will work it around the boards with Evander Kane. Kane will go to Draisaitl across to Kulak. Kulak through the neutral zone, shoots it in, Gets it down around the boards into the Oilers' offensive zone as they set up an attack. Kane can't drag it through the several sticks of Ottawa Senators players tied up along the boards, and they will be able to transition the puck back the other way. Joseph fires a shot, fought off by Jack Campbell, and I mean literally fought off. He just punched that thing out of midair. With a minute and a half gone here in this third period of play, the Oilers see this one come to the stick of Barrie, where they will retreat back into the defensive zone. Broberg dishes back to Barrie, who's got an open lane to pass this puck ahead. It hits Puljujarvi in the skates. He's able to chip it ahead and go chasing after it in against Zub, who's going to turn it over. Nice stick lift there by Puljujarvi to get the turnover. The shot, Nugent-Hopkins the save, and Puljujarvi a rebound. And Forsberg on the short side behind the goal line shot this time, able to stop that one for all the marbles. All right. We're suddenly rocking and rolling along here into this third period. We're almost 2 minutes in. The $1.57 gone, 9-1-1 record in the last 11 games against the Ottawa Senators. Obviously, that is greatly skewed because of the Canadian division a couple of years ago, but it is what it is. And this will be a face-off for Nugent-Hopkins as Klim Kostin takes the puck. Puljujarvi wins it back, misses Bouchard at the point. Bouchard just never even realized really that pass was coming to him. And this one's 17:53 to go as the Oilers will transition out of their own zone, tipped ahead into the offensive zone by Puljujarvi, who sees it go to the Oilers' opponent, Senators, in their own end. Batherson able to play it there. He's going to get it over to the man who fires it down deep, and it will go down for an icing call against the Ottawa Senators. And now 17:34 to go. The Oilers have not lost in regulation in Ottawa since January 8th, 2017. So we're talking about 6 years on now for the Oilers, and this will be year 7 building here tonight if they can manage at least an overtime shootout point at worst. 2.5 minutes gone in this third period as the Oilers' Dylan Holloway battles at center ice. He can't get it going, and the Senators try to speed back the other way. The shot, the save, Jack Campbell, who's now up to 20 or 21 saves on the night. Or 21 shots against, on the night, up to 18 saves, and suddenly he's only 9 shots away from that 900 save percentage. I think at the end of the night, when you're asking who's going to finish with a 900 save percentage, Campbell or Forsberg, I think the money's got to be on Forsberg not doing it and Campbell doing it. Because 17:17 to go, the Oilers are going to find a gear here, hopefully in this third period, push and score a couple and really put home a victory, a bigger victory than normal over the past couple games. But again, the Oilers give up 3 goals. They can still lower that goals against average by winning this one here with no more goals against. All right. This one goes back to the point. As Puljujarvi will sift through, he's back on the ice here as this one's played ahead. Here's Puljujarvi, the shot, scores! Yes, Puljujarvi, baby! Let's go. Let's go. Puljujarvi gets the big-time snapshot goal, and I mean, that's really all it takes. If Puljujarvi could get more shots like that, we wouldn't be complaining nothing about and that's a big goal, and look at that. Who's number 1 on the bench? Hugging him and tapping his helmet and making sure he knows what that means. It's Mr. Evander Kane giving him the props, and what a pass ahead. And Puljujarvi, no problemo. We've seen him score a lot from there over the years, and he just absolutely rifles that one off the far side inside post. And he scores himself the 4-3 goal. Like I said, the money on who to finish with the 900 save percentage, I'd say Jack Campbell. And yes, Puljujarvi comes up with a big-time goal for us right there as here comes Connor McDavid across the blue line. He's going to chip it on down deep. And you know what? I had a feeling that eventually this Puljujarvi in and out thing was going to result in him scoring a goal coming back into the lineup at some point. And it happens right there as Connor McDavid starts wheeling out of the defensive zone. He's going to play it ahead. And this is going to be tipped there by Forsberg, who's going to go off the line, the referee, linesman, whatever. And that will be a chance here. Tipped into the zone. Connor McDavid across to Evander Kane. Broken play, but can't come up with the shot on net. Do the Oilers, and they've got 29 shots in the game now, 4 goals. We're up 4-3. That was a big-time goal, 5th of the season for Jesse Puljujärvi. And Brett Kulak with the big-time pass. Darnell Nurse with his 20th assist of the year. So Darnell Nurse showing up in the score sheet yet again. 20 assists on the year. 15:51 to go here in this third period. And Pinto carries ahead for the Ottawa Senators. He's slicing and dicing through the zone. Chabot fires it down low, can't get it going, and now a chance here for Matthias Janmark to load up and get Nugent Hopkins involved in the play as Zach Hyman takes over at the blue line of the Senators. He'll play it down low again. This one will go in behind Matthias Janmark, who does enough to separate for Ryan Nugent Hopkins, who sifts it towards the net. Can't get it on the net as it hits the side, and Janmark again chasing into the corner after it. Nuge doing his best to battle there, and I'd like to see Klim Kostin. I don't know if Kostin's hurt or what, but this puck's going to be flipped out, and the Oilers have survived the first 5 minutes without giving up a goal, and oh, by the way, as well, scoring a goal as Zach Hyman gets into the offensive zone. He's going to dish over to Connor McDavid. McDavid, the shot saved by Forsberg in the old stand-up, one pad down position. I don't even know what that's actually called, honestly. That's my lack of hockey knowledge showing up there, but there's Klim Kostin on the ice now with Connor McDavid as he absolutely eliminates a man from the play. Senators, though, maintain possession because of good puck support, and Kostin again eats a high stick, and now Tyson Barrie's upset at the guy because of it, and that's where it is. Klim Kostin draws a penalty right there. All right. As Gambrell will take a high sticking call. And everybody play nice in the sandbox there in the chat, please. Don't want to have to be throwing any bans out there, but Klim Kostin eats the high stick. And that's a tough go as he just takes that right up off the cheek. And the Oilers need a big time power play goal right here. Gambrell takes the high stick, and now the Oilers muscle off the face-off, a face-off win. Connor McDavid dishes back to Tyson Barrie. Barry's going to go walk the blue line, and here's Connor McDavid playing it down low. Zach Hyman, Leon Draisaitl, short side tip play. That was a beauty of a little play there by Draisaitl. Draisaitl's got an opportunity short side here. He's looking back to McDavid. Over, and McDavid just puts on the tape of a Senators player, and back the other way they come as Tyson Barrie's able to clap this one back into the neutral zone. Nugent Hopkins and Connor McDavid almost had that puck free there for a second. Had they been aware of where that puck was, they weren't. And $1:20 to go here in this first period of play. 31-21 the shots. McDavid plays it ahead. Can't get it going. And now the Oilers are going to take a penalty on a hooking call. You've got to be kidding me. That's a bit of an Oilers disaster right there. And let's see what we got going on here. The tea's tasting really good right now. Hitting the spot, let me tell you. As it's the hook on Joseph. Okay. It's the hook on Joseph that draws the penalty for the Oilers. And Tyson Barrie will head to the box, and now the Oilers escape 4-on-4 with their best players having already spent 50 seconds on the ice. Like I said, it's been a long morning and it's been a long hockey game so far. The Senators blast the shot, saved by Jack Campbell. The Oilers are going to be able to scramble it out. Secondary shot, saved by Campbell again. Shot fired wide on the rebound. Buck left in the 4-on-4 as the Oilers look to separate man from puck in their own end. And it looks like now a hand pass will be whistled against the Ottawa Senators. So the Oilers escape that sketchy moment without a penalty. And there's Jesse Puljujärvi celebrating a big time goal. Look at that. Happy as can be. 4-3 here in this third period for the Oilers. And that is a big moment for us Oilers fans. We've headed to commercial break, so let me throw this here at you. And again, friends, I'm just going to, if you don't get an ad, I might as well throw an ad for myself. If you're new to the channel and enjoying things and you haven't so far, definitely please, again, if you could consider that, would be greatly appreciated, hitting that subscribe button. But as far as things are concerned, we've all of a sudden started today off on pretty hot foot. I'd like to say I think we're up to 10,500 and what? 10,500 and... Sorry, it's taking its time to load. 10,508 subscribers here on the channel. And that's coming together pretty great here over the past little bit. I think that's an improvement of day over day. That's 14 new subscribers to Dolynny TV today, so we've been crushing along pretty well as things have come into picture today so far. All right, that's just me nattering on about nothing. I know it, but that's fine and dandy, as we will go quickly see what we can find on Twitter here as we're just on commercial break again. And it would appear my my Twitter's taken in some time, and it looks like the Calgary Flames have scored another goal here again against the Buffalo Sabres. Really? They're up 5-2 against the Sabres. Absolutely roared back for a big-time game against the Buffalo Sabres after going out and down 2-0 almost immediately. Puljujärvi from Brett Kulak and Darnell Nurse. And okay, so Warren Foegele is out due to injury after blocking a oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Warren Foegele is potentially injured after blocking a shot. Does anybody else see what I'm getting at here? I think you think where I'm going with that. If you understand, I think you'd understand for sure. Ryan, welcome in. Yes, Puljujärvi enjoying himself quite immensely. He's gonna make sure his gloves are on right. 4:04. 54 seconds to go. 13:29 to go here in this third period. The Oilers are going to see this puck bobbled by Jake Sanderson. He's able to get it across the line. 4-on-4 we're skating after the back-to-back penalties here midway through this third period of both. One against the Oilers, one against the Senators. And Shane Pinto gets it going. He's going to carry across the blue line. This is going to be a chance over for Giroux. The shot fired over top of the net on the block shot there by the Oilers. They'll see a nice big hit there on Vinny Desharnais on Pinto, who just leaned on him and continues to knock him around. Vinny Desharnais doing his best to free up this puck as well. Both men tangled up along the boards. Kane's got Pinto a little bit of a push right there, and here comes Brett Kulak. He'll come back the other way through the zone. He's going to carry across the blue line, and now an opportunity here played to the middle. Nice scores! Derek Ryan chops at a puck and puts it home 5-3. A shorthanded goal, the second one of the game for the Edmonton Oilers. Let's go. And Nick, you were getting where I'm going with that Foegele comment, but let's go. The Oilers have suddenly just right there 5-3 on another shot. And like I said, I had a pretty good feeling Forsberg wasn't finishing with a 900 save percentage. And look at this one, just a nice play there. And Brett Kulak again drawing an assist, playmaking. Brett Kulak is playmaking today. And you like to see that as he chops it, and Derek Ryan just absolutely pokes that one with the stick. And he'll take the chance. The Oilers are up 5-3. And this one, as I said, maybe going to be a little bit of a throwback to that 8-5 game against the Senators when Stuart Skinner made his NHL debut. And so far, well, the goals have been coming in bunches. Here's Timmy Stützle coming across the blue line. 2-goal lead for the Oilers yet again. Hopefully don't blow it here the rest of the way home and maybe get that empty netter to finish up 6-3. I wouldn't mind that at all, as the Oilers are going to chop this one down the ice, get it all the way the length of the ice to Anton Forsberg, who's going to pick up and see Tim Stützle pick it through his own zone, and he'll go right up in the neutral as the Senators go 3-man wide and get across the Oilers' blue line. Back to the middle, and that one just tips off a skate, and here comes Connor McDavid skating with Evander Kane. McDavid across to the trailer, Darnell Nurse. Nurse fires the shot, saved by Forsberg, and it was an awkward one. And, wow, that was a great play there by Nurse to actually choose to shoot a puck, not overpass it. And that was a beauty right there, as Connor McDavid was wide open for the one-timer if he wanted it, but the stick of Chabot was down, and it had to be a tough save for Forsberg, as McDavid was waiting for it but couldn't get the shot off because Darnell Nurse chose to shoot. And you know what? I'm always complaining about the Oilers not shooting, so I like seeing that. That was a good shot choice there from Nurse. And this is a bad puck drop by the linesman, so we'll redo it here. Darnell Nurse rocking about the same kind of beard I'm currently rocking. Hey, I don't mind seeing that. And first time since November 2021 with two shorties in a game for the Oilers. The shot blocked. Puck goes out of play with 11:37 to go here in this third period. And let me tell you, that fried chicken is going to be dang tasty post game. We're going to get the post game done, and then we're going to go get some fried chicken. 8th goal this season for Derek Ryan, assist Kulak's 12th. So you don't mind seeing that. Kulak picks up 2 more points. The blue line continues to put up points for the Oilers. Derek Ryan got his first road goal of the season. He had all 7 at home so far. He'd been a home hero. Now 11:37 to go here in this third period as the Senators win a face-off after the Oilers drew it back. And they will get down deep into the zone. This one's going to go back the other way as Leon Draisaitl will fire this one into the zone. Can't get it going, and now the Senators back the other way. And here I go. I'm a little discombobulated now because I'm just thinking about food again, but don't mind me. It's rimmed around the boards, and the Senators have it at the high point. It goes back to the blue line. The Oilers able to chop that one free, and I don't know. I honestly don't know if the Senators are going to get 9 more shots the rest of this game. Maybe Jack Campbell isn't finishing with a 900 save percentage because the Oilers are just going to sit here and play good defense the rest of the way home. As this one, Leon Draisaitl tips it back into the Senators zone. And the Red Wings won over the Canucks. See, we got all kinds of updates in the game. It's not just Flames updates, as we need to know what the whole picture is looking like, and obviously for the Red Wings, they're looking to do something this season. Make a little bit of noise coming out of the rebuild as Kulak back the other way. He's got it across to Kostin. Kostin can't get it going, and Kostin was just taken down big time. And 10:22 to go in this third period. Kostin's holding his arm funny. That's not good. Big hit, collision, and Kostin goes to the bench. So there you go. The Oilers down to 10 forwards here. As well, that's Ryan McLeod busting across the blue line. I don't know if you're down to like 9 forwards. Say you've got another guy injured the rest of the game. Would you run just all 9 forwards, or would you try maybe Evan Bouchard or Philip Broberg as a forward? I don't know. Would you try it? Darnell Nurse maybe? I don't know. Question mark. As here comes Cody Ceci. He's going to fire this one up off the boards. Matthias Janmark in support of his injured line mate out there with Nugent Hopkins and Zach Hyman. This one escapes Cody Ceci at the blue line. Nice diving play by Darnell Nurse, and then a nice save by Jack Campbell. That was a tight play right there, as the Oilers will see this one come back to the blue line. A shot there, save for Campbell, another save. So there you go. Suddenly he's got a couple of chances here to try and get to that 30 shots against marker. Another shot saved by Campbell, 24th shot against. Good little sequence there, and that's a big time save from Jack Campbell to keep this game right where we're at. And I will give you guys an update here on the watch time just so as you know where we're sitting. I'm sorry if this is annoying anyone, but this big metric that I use to base the performance of live streams, we're at 5.5 minutes average view duration, which, my friends, we are at 125 hours on the stream as Klim Kostin goes down the tunnel, and that's where it is. Ooh, brutal. And as we're getting going here, went away for a bit. We got 2 goals, and Epiphany, yeah, that's pretty much where you're sitting. The Oilers got a couple big goals for sure in this third period. I'm just going to try and tilt my heater a little bit better. And yeah, that's where we're sitting right now. Things are coming together for the Edmonton Oilers here in this third period of play. They're getting it going, and obviously too, Kulak and Nurse with the assists on the Puljujärvi marker, and then Kulak with his 12th assist this season on Derek Ryan's goal. So the Oilers having a couple big time goals for sure here, needing things to come through in the clutch, and they have so far. Let's see what we got on Twitter here to see if there's anything we're missing as of right now. Yes, Puljujärvi though scoring that big goal. That was a big time shot, big time goal, and a big time result for the Edmonton Oilers. Oh. Good night. Good night. But yeah, Derek Ryan scoring that big goal too to put us up 5-3. And here's Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid, that pass across to Ryan McLeod was an absolute beauty. Loving it. I'm loving the jokes in the chat right now, but the Oilers doing their thing here late in this third period. Like I said, right, they were tested, right? They fell back to a tie game against a tough team, and all of a sudden, a tough team is in, this team can play hard in the Senators, and all of a sudden you don't want to choke away the points, and the Oilers have responded by getting the next 2 goals here in the third period. Connor McDavid got that puck down deep in the Senators zone, but now Giroux's got it in the Oilers end. And Giroux will fire this around the boards to Cody Ceci, who tips it there, but it's on to Shane Pinto, who fires this puck off of the near side boards. The Senators flub up on the one-time opportunity. They got 3 men back, so Leon Draisaitl will retreat. Play it off the boards, tipped to Evander Kane. Here comes Connor McDavid looking to make this puck a playable puck. He can't, and it's all the way back into the Oilers' end, where it is an icing call against the Ottawa Senators. And my friends, we are just about up and done this hockey game here. What time do we got left? We have got just over 8 minutes left in this hockey game. Again, a reminder about the Ben Stelter 10-day 50-50 fund for the Stelter Foundation in support of the Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation. And this one is going to be an opportunity here for the Senators and Oilers to scramble up this face-off. It's won by the Oilers. Hyman plays it around the boards. Of course, no Klim Kostin on this Nuge and Janmark line, as he hasn't been there most of the game so far, but it's just one of those things. Now that he's injured, you won't see him out there. It's an icing call against the Oilers, and the Sportsnet scoreboard went away there for a little bit. 8:12 to go here in this third period to play. 33-23 the shots on net for the Oilers. And that's where we're sitting. As here comes Nugent Hopkins. It's played off of the pads of Campbell, who had to be ready. Barry gets taken into the boards by Tkachuk, and then Nuge just leans his man down. And that's a great play there by Nuge to just work that puck down by just taking the man right to the ice. Just eliminate him entirely from his feet. That was the play. And that was a good play by Nugent Hopkins, who now Brett Kulak's battling Brady Tkachuk, trying to steer this one out of the zone. Now Matthias Janmark trying to push this one ahead. He's been sealed off a couple of times. He got hammered there by Tony DeAngelo the other night too. And here come the Ottawa Senators back the other way, carrying across the blue line. Stützle taken down, and now an opportunity for, is that Hyman? Hyman's going to drag this one to the outside. He's taken down by the stick of Artem Zub, but no call, as it was forward motion on Hyman as opposed to a trip by Zub. 7:18 to go here in this third period as the Oilers and Senators engaged in a 5-3 battle. I'm sorry, friends, I'm fading fast here. We're doing our best to try and keep this one going here in this third period to play. Dylan Holloway sees that puck come free. Now this one's going to go far to the wide side. Another shot. Jack Campbell the save. 21st one of the night on shot number 24 after they corrected the shots a moment ago. With 6:55 to go in this third period. Of course, this is where it's going to either get to be really sleepy or really exciting. And we'll see what comes of this third period. As the Oilers will try and grind this game down to a victory. As this one's going to be Jesper Puljujärvi carrying it across the line. The Oilers are offside, so that's tough. But here we go, back the other way. Thomas Chabot carrying across. He's going to fire it into the blue line of the Oilers, where it's going to be tipped back to the blue line of the Senators. Now we got exactly 6.5 minutes left in this hockey game. Carried ahead. Ryan McLeod will play it down low to Darnell Nurse. And this one will be paired ahead by Cody Ceci. Ryan McLeod over to Leon Draisaitl. Here's McLeod coming in, and he's going to be taken into the boards, where Draisaitl is taken down. And it looks like we've got a penalty coming up against the Ottawa Senators, an interference call on Leon Draisaitl, who's shaken up a little bit. He's just shaking his head like, bro, did you really need to hit me there, or was that message sending? As Zub, one of the best defensemen for the Ottawa Senators, will go to the box. He just kind of comes in and thinks Leon Draisaitl is about to pick up that puck and just kind of staples him down into the boards as Draisaitl goes in a vulnerable situation. And now a chance here for the Oilers to change this one into a 6-3 lead. Should they be able to capitalize for the first time on the power play tonight? Obviously, as I mistakenly said, the Senators didn't have one. They do have one, but the Oilers do have 2 special teams goals. Shot by Nuge, fired into the glove of Forsberg, held down with 10 seconds gone in the power play. And this is where the Oilers just need to get it going. 6 minutes to go in the third period. Leon Draisaitl gets it going back to Zach Hyman. This one chipped out down the ice, and this power play acts as one big thing. Kill the clock. Get us inside the last 4 minutes of this third period here. If you can do that, then all of a sudden the clock just needs to bleed down and the Oilers can do their thing. As Connor McDavid goes back to the blue line, Leon Draisaitl plays it to Connor McDavid. McDavid goes back to the point where Tyson Barrie goes across to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Now down low, Zach Hyman plays it in front, jam and shot. Draisaitl, a shot denied as well. Scramble still in the crease. Nugent-Hopkins scores. Nugent-Hopkins puts home the big time goal to put us up 6-3. A scramble in front of the net, and the Oilers are able to do it, and Anton Forsberg is hurt. Anton Forsberg is holding onto his knee or leg or something. And Nugent-Hopkins will come down the bench, and there's not going to be much hand bumping as it looks like Forsberg has turned up his knee a little bit here. And that's rough for the Oilers. And looks like the Ottawa Senators coaching staff is discussing should they change it or not, but it looks no matter what, Sogard will be coming into the net for the Ottawa Senators, and Anton Forsberg feels like there's something wrong where he needs to get his glove off. He's going to take his helmet off. He is screaming in pain. Did that man break his leg? I don't know what's going on here. Forsberg is absolutely... I have not seen a goalie in this much pain in a while. His leg is all torqued up, and the feed just cut for some reason. Oh, I guess 1 o'clock. That would be why the feed cut. And then I'm really not sure what happened to Forsberg here as Hyman gets bumped in, but realistically it's just Hyman goes down on him, but there was no room to go, so I don't even care if this goal counts or not. I just need the Oilers to win the hockey game. But it's just a matter as Hyman's bumped in and then he's pushed in by the cross check of Hamonic, who then, yeah, that's going to break your goalie's leg and, or tear his knee or something. As that is a rough go there. And they're going to get the stretcher out for Forsberg, who I think just blew out his knee. That's a tough blow for the Ottawa Senators. Zach Hyman's feeling rough about it. You can see on his face. Senators fans, Oilers fans alike. Don't know what to think as this goal is on the board, but they're going to challenge for goaltender interference is Ottawa. That's, I mean, you have to do it in support of your goalie who's down there with potentially a broken leg or a busted knee. And they're trying to figure out how to get the pad off of Forsberg. And they have taken his pad off. And we are going to go to a commercial break with Forsberg down on the ice. And Ottawa has officially challenged the play. And it looks like Forsberg is going to get loaded up on to the stretcher. Alright, So that's a tough go. I mean, a weird situation there. And hopefully now Forsberg's okay. You don't want to see anything go wrong there. And it looks like now I'm getting that information. Looks like I'm getting that information here on Instagram about this. As the Oilers and Sharks have re-engaged in trade discussions for defender Erik Karlsson, there are considerable financial hurdles on both ends, but it's at least the second time this season the Oilers have explored a potential fit. So that's where we're sitting. The Oilers may be looking at trading once again for Erik Karlsson. Like I said, there's no new rumors. It's always just the same guys because the same guys haven't ended up traded. That's where we're sitting. So that's where we're at right now. But yeah, my friends, that's where the Oilers just need to hopefully get a good positive review out of this one. Get a second power play, score a 7-3 goal, and then win lopsided against the Ottawa Senators tonight. Hopefully that's what it comes down to. And we'll see what comes out of it. Anyway, as we're getting things rolling here, Connor McDavid, most career point streaks of 15 games or more. He's now in 4th position all time with 4. And yeah, so Daniel Nugent-Bowman is pretty much throwing it back in there. If the Oilers do acquire, it would be a surprise, shocking move based on what I've heard. Karlsson's contract in the Oilers, cap constraints are the main issues there. And the challenge is still going. And Forsberg is just trying his best to keep his legs still and try and fight through the pain. He's in significant pain. He's being carted off in full gear. That's a tough go for Anton Forsberg, who's being carted off the ice right now. Everybody applauding, all the Oilers, all the Senators stick tapping right now, and he's going to be transported to local hospital for examination. They got both pads off him, and he's in considerable pain right now as they've got his pads underneath him. And that's a tough go. That is for sure. When you have a guy like that go down, Anton Forsberg, obviously the #1 goalie right now in Ottawa. Zach Hyman waiting for the verdict on the review. They're trying to figure out what's going on here with this goal. Forsberg carted off the ice. And it's not very often in today's NHL you see players carted off the ice, especially not goalies. And now we await the verdict of this goal, and here we go. It's a good goal. Zach Hyman, had he scored the goal, it would have been no goal. But Zach Hyman getting pushed into the goalie and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scoring the goal. It's a good goal. And there you go. The Oilers will get a power play out of the deal. Nugent-Hopkins smiling like, am I supposed to celebrate that one or what? And this one, an unreal jam in the crease, and you knew something was about to happen there for the Oilers. They were buzzing for it. And Nugent-Hopkins comes up with the goal on the injury to Anton Forsberg, and that's unfortunate, but Nuge, a good play to stick with it as Zach Hyman buzzing around the crease, just absolutely all up in that blue paint. And there you go, the Oilers able to get the job done. 6-3 with minutes left, and now we will head to the power play yet again. Zach Hyman and everybody, and obviously this is one of those power plays where despite the long break, the Oilers will not send over the top unit. Hyman's thinking about the get well card he's going to send over. Mads Søgaard, the backup goaltender for the Ottawa Senators, 1-1 record, .307 goals against average, and an .889 save percentage. I believe he did start a game against the Oilers. And there you go. We will get a power play out of the deal, and we will get ready to rock and roll this hockey game and finish it off here. DJ Smith unimpressed with what has transpired, but fortunately sometimes it just is what it is at the end of the day, and that's where he finds himself right now. This one will get back underway here in a matter of moments, I'm sure. We're just waiting for this game to resume as they're throwing the man in the box and setting up the other power play unit. And Mads Søgaard gets into the net for, and it looks like actually, so they're still trying to confirm that Forsberg is all good, and it looks like we've got it good to go. So the referee points to the face-off dot. And that's the thing, you need that second ambulance to be here at the NHL games. So once one leaves, you need another one before you're good to go. So the Ottawa Senators have gotten that second ambulance to the game, and now we will resume action at center ice. The face-off, despite the power play unsuccessful challenge, Brady Tkachuk, the captain, will go serve the penalty for his team. That's what good leaders do. And here's Darnell Nurse out there with a $1:52 to go here in this power play. The second unit across the boards, and they will try and probably run this for the full 2 minutes as Puljujärvi fires another shot. Would have been nice to see him score right there, let me tell you. The Oilers will fire this one across the zone. Puljujärvi back to the blue line. Darnell Nurse plays it back down to Puljujärvi. He'll reverse hit. He'll be taken to the ice by 2 Ottawa Senators, and that will be cleared out as McDavid and Draisaitl pick up more points this game. And 4:40 left in this third period. Connor McDavid has 97 points on the season. Already just 50 games into the year. And this one played back to Darnell Nurse, who will go across to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard to Darnell Nurse. The shot fired. No, it's waited on. And here's Bouchard going across as they just try to set up an open shooting lane. That's a nice shot by McLeod. Looking for the far post. Couldn't quite get it past Søgaard. Now a chance for Darnell Nurse, who will go to Ryan McLeod. McLeod looking reverse back to Darnell Nurse. The shot, the cannon. Dylan Holloway back to Evan Bouchard in this second power play unit, having probably their best success in a long while. The shot from Bouchard scrambled in front. McLeod, the shot blocked. McLeod goes back to Bouchard at the high point. He scrambles across the offensive zone. Here's McLeod going back to Bouchard. Bouchard will walk around that high point again. Now McLeod. A chance. He goes back. Shot from Bouchard, and it is denied yet again. Puljujärvi standing out there trying to free up a puck. Now Darnell Nurse tries to free it up, and yes, Puljujärvi isn't there to support, and it is back into the Senators' end. The power play goes full 2 minutes, unsuccessful for the Edmonton Oilers, but it does exactly what it needs to do. And it's back the other way as Draisaitl will play this one across. Shot fired, blocked in front again as the Oilers will get to the attack here, and now turned out by the Ottawa Senators. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in this third period to play. The save by Jack Campbell and a tie up there by Brett Kulak on Timmy Stützle. Alright, we have had ourselves a hockey game, friends. Now it's just a matter of the formalities, getting to the final horn and letting this one wrap up, as we are going to finish this live stream with well over 6 minute average view duration. Thank you to everybody who's come in and watched this evening. Really appreciate it. And now Jack Campbell, another save, kicking it off there. This one's going to be flipped out into the neutral zone. Thomas Chabot knocks it down with 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go in this third period of play. This one tipped back the other way. Leon Draisaitl will go to backhand. Nope, he will go to the forehand to play it off to Evander Kane, tipped in front by Derek Ryan. Vinny Desharnais will play it down low to Evander Kane. Now a chance here for Derek Ryan, who's got a goal tonight, to go back to the point. A chance for Desharnais now to keep it in. He does. Draisaitl leaves it off for Desharnais. No traffic in front, so he plans to play it to the near side wing. Can't get anything going there. 2:20 now. Søgaard. Last NHL game was April 10th, 2022 versus the Winnipeg Jets. I'm pretty sure he played against the Oilers at one point back in that bubble season. This one played ahead by the Oilers over to Philip Broberg. Broberg plays it on down. And this one's going to be chipped there. $1:56 to go. Matthias Janmark plays it into the near side corner in the Sens zone. We are just about up and done with this one now, and we are just waiting for that final horn. That's really all that matters. The Oilers getting that 6th goal and it counting took out all the intrigue down the stretch. And now the Senators will come across the zone, tip in on Campbell. He'll make another save. And Cody Ceci plays this one ahead to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who plays it down into the Sens zone. Not a nice play there for Matthias Janmark. Remember, we did end up indeed also losing Klim Kostin at one point this game, so we'll have to pay attention to how long he'll be out. Warren Fogel's injured as well, could not go tonight. That's why Jesse Puljujärvi suited up. And this one will be played ahead down to Darnell Nurse, who will go across to D partner Cody Ceci or Evan Bouchard or whoever's on that right hand side, as it'll go right into the middle of the ice where Puljujärvi carries the head and is offside. And 51 games played, 65 points for the Oilers. They will indeed now go... Oh, sorry. What? What is that? They have scrambled this graphic up. It's 53 games played and 65 points for the Oilers following tonight's win. This afternoon's win, as I doubt the Senators are about to come up with 3 goals in a minute. Puljujärvi out there, and that's a nice bout of confidence. You like to see it. And with 45 seconds to go in this third period of play, the Oilers are just 1 point out of first place in the Pacific Division. Like I said, every other division is pretty boring compared to the Pacific this year when it comes to the playoff race down the stretch. The Flames won today, the Oilers won today, and the Oilers took care of business, and now all that needs to happen is the Oilers need a big-time loss for the LA Kings in the late game this evening, the 8:30 p.m. start, which needs to end in regulation. Friends, I am Moda Gas. There's 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 seconds on the clock. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Really appreciate everybody being along for the ride. My friends, I'm going to hustle on out of here, go get the game review done. But if you're new to the channel, before you head out, hit that subscribe button. Come back, click the notification bell. Come back for more content later today on the Edmonton Oilers, as we'll have the post-game and, of course, news on Erik Karlsson. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much, my friends. I'm up on out of here.